Year, he sits in an interview. He's like, Smoltz taught me how to have fun again. The game you.
for the latest updates. 4:10 p.m., Colorado Rockies face the...
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
47 years, the Denver Nuggets are finally NBA champions.
Don't miss a moment on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, in the car and on the brand new SiriusXM app.
The most important person in sports is you, the fan.
Let me tell you something. I'm a real fan.
And your place for sports talk is Mad Dog Sports Radio, where your voice is heard all day long.
I couldn't wait to get into the truck, turn on 82.
Sharing the thrill of victory.
The joy, the jubilation. I can't stop smiling.
And the agony of defeat.
When is this franchise going to realize people really care about this?
Passionate sports fans call 888-MAD-DOG-6.
You gotta love sports.
Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82, or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
The Busted Open podcast is now available on YouTube. This is Dave LaGreca, host of Busted Open, the #1 pro wrestling show on the planet. You can now watch and listen to the award-winning Busted Open podcast every single day on YouTube. Our best interviews, behind-the-scenes access, and some of our best content from the past. All available right now when you go to youtube.com/@BustedOpenPodcast. Subscribe right now.
Hi, this is Mike Tirico. The 2024 Masters Tournament is coming, and you can hear all the action on SiriusXM.
It turned right into the cup for John Rahm.
Masters Radio returns Monday, April 8th, with play-by-play coverage from Augusta National Golf Club beginning Thursday, April 11th.
Rory McIlroy, 8 under par, 64. He's thinking grand slam.
Hear the 2024 Masters on Channel 92 when you're in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Get ready for the 2024 NFL Draft on Sirius XM NFL Radio.
Touchdown, Caleb Williams.
Catch exclusive interviews with the top prospects as they begin their journey to the NFL. And hear pick-by-pick coverage of the 2024 Draft from Detroit in April.
With the first pick, the Chicago Bears select.
Your home for the 2024 NFL Draft is Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
For the latest updates, in Major League Baseball spring training action, 1:05 p.m., St. Louis Cardinals take on the Miami Marlins. Cardinals on XM 175, Internet 865, Marlins on Internet 854. 1:05 p.m., Boston Red Sox take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Red Sox on XM 176, Internet 843. 1:07 p.m., Toronto Blue Jays take on the Baltimore Orioles. Blue Jays on XM 177, Internet 868. 4:05 p.m., Cleveland Guardians take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Guardians on XM 178, Internet 847. Brewers on Internet 855. 4:05 p.m., Texas Rangers face the Oakland A's. A's on Internet 859. 4:10 p.m., LA Angels take on the Cincinnati Reds, with the Reds on Internet 846. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM MLB schedule for Tuesday, March the 19th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
Get the latest news, opinion, and analysis from MMA to boxing and the professional wrestling world 24/7. SiriusXM Fight Nation, SiriusXM 156, and the SXM app.
Baseball spring training often means different things to different players, and that usually.
And then 04 had a good half season, made the AAA All-Star team, and then came up and had a real good second half, hit some home runs, helped that team down the stretch. And then reality kicked in, as happens to so many players. My first full season, the league adjusted much faster than I could and struggled, still had some power, still drove in some runs, but, struggled batting average-wise, getting on base, all those other things that matter. The league was just more advanced than I was, and I just didn't have the ability to make adjustments. And the same thing kind of started in 06 as well. And I had a swing that wasn't playing, and I had a struggle to start the year. I wasn't exactly preparing the way I needed to. I had a little sit down with Ron Gardenhire and got myself in some trouble in Seattle, and then all of a sudden reset that focus in combination with making some swing adjustments. So that year, it actually didn't start off that great. It was a struggle to start. And then, finally something clicked. Worked with Joe Vaver, one of the people who had as much influence on my career as anyone else, our hitting coach there in Minnesota. And we decided to make some swing changes. We started to adjust to the strike zone. We started to make some adjustments that you need to make as a major league player if you want to continue to succeed, or you want to just keep riding that shuttle between AAA and the big leagues. And then everything kind of took off from there. I figured out my swing. I figured out my approach. I figured out how to take care of myself off the field and do all the things you need to do to be a big leaguer. And it kind of took off from there.
Mad Dog Sports Radio has the best sports talk in the business, covering sports with a passion and knowledge you need. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 86, and the SXM app.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM MLB schedule for Tuesday, March the 19th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. 4:10 p.m., Colorado Rockies face the Cleveland Guardians, with the Rockies on Internet 848. 4:10 p.m., Seattle Mariners take on the Colorado Rockies, with the Mariners feed on Sirius XM channels 89, Internet 864. 6:05 p.m., Houston Astros face the Miami Marlins, with the Astros on Internet 850. 6:05 p.m., Detroit Tigers take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Tigers on Internet 849, Phillies on XM 179, Internet 860. 10:05 p.m., San Francisco Giants take on the Kansas City Royals on Sirius XM channels 89, Internet 851. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM MLB schedule for Tuesday, March the 19th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. 4:10 p.m., Colorado Rockies face the Cleveland Guardians, The Rockies on Internet 848.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. SiriusXM, Channel 89.
Given what they did in the offseason, it shouldn't be surprising in any way that big things are expected of the Los Angeles Dodgers. But talking on the Power Alley on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM.
But this is the final spring training game. After this one, we're flying out to Seattle. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we're seeing an extremely aggressive Sox lineup here today.
One pitch, one out, and here is Devers against Dane Dunning, right-hander, and Raffy sees it all the way through the zone. The outside corner for strike one. Jared Walsh is at first base. Marcus Semien, second baseman. Seager right up the middle with him, the shortstop, the World Series MVP. Josh Young is at third. They play Raffy to pull on the infield. The pitch is a broken bat shot. Foul on the first base side. The barrel of the bat went directly behind Raffy to the backstop over the head of the home plate umpire, Nestor Seja.
Hopefully this wasn't a bat that he really enjoyed in spring training and move on to the next one.
Those are the things players think about, aren't they?
Yeah, really, my last day of camp, I feel great with this bat, and I'm going to bust my gamer.
I think you and I can both probably assume that Raffy doesn't care too much about what bat he's swinging. He is going to say to the umpire that he got something in his eye. So this is not him calling for time.
Yeah, this is an alert. Right, the hitter got to be alert, so he didn't use his timeout. He looked up and he was ready to deliver the baseball. Umpire gave it to him.
There's a pitch to Raffy that misses outside, and it's 1-2. Dane Dunning, 29 years old, a Floridian, has pitched for parts of 4 seasons in the big leagues. Pitch to Raffy outside. He came up with the White Sox in the COVID year. Then the last 3 seasons, he's been durable and reliable for the Rangers. 27 starts, 29 starts, and 35 a year ago. Here's the pitch, and it is fouled back to the screen. He's a workhorse, 172 and 2/3 innings. And again, for a Stafflu that lost Scherzer and DeGrom, he may not have been the MVP, but he did them a lot of favors.
Lean on him again. 35 appearances, 26 of those were starts last year.
2-2 is fouled off on the third base side.
And it was really impressive. Those 26 as a starter. He went 10-7 with a 3.55 ERA. I mean, that's, as a reliever, 9 appearances, ERA jumped to a 4.56. But as a starter, he gave him length and he gave him quality.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive deep to right field. Is it high enough? Yes, it is. Adios, Carita. A missile out of here. Take him out of the game. Get him to Seattle. Raffy is ready to go.
Wow. 110 off the bat. This is where Raffy is extremely dangerous. We talk about he's a great bad ball hitter. You know, early in the counts, maybe a little more selective, but when he gets 2 strikes and you try to get something by him, he threw him a neck ball up and in. Straight fastball, and again, he's got a little something behind it, too. Throws the ball pretty well. Sink is 91 or so, but he couldn't get it by Raffy up on top of the zone, and he got on top of this thing and smoked it.
Here is Story. Pitch to him is a little bit inside. I think Dane Dunning is experiencing something that a lot of pitchers have when Raffy's at the plate, and that is, how in the world did he do that with that pitch? He's the 1-0 to Story, who homered last night. He swings and misses, and it's 1-1.
Well, that's part of the hand movement, too, as well, I think, for Devers. That ball, I think, is by him last year. You know, I think the hands is a lot of more movement. Now he's more better pitch position to hit, and that fastball up he can get to.
1-1 to Story is a chopper toward third. Young has it on the second hop and easily across the diamond in time, 2 down. If you're going to come in to Devers, it cannot be 91 miles an hour.
Well, see, and that's the thing, too, that's a lot. Even I still believe that moving in the hands is going to help him, because there were times when we sat there and said, man, that's 92, just buy him. Up in the zone, down the middle. You know, swing can get long, and by moving his hands, he doesn't lose his hands as much in his swing.
Here is Yoshida, who takes outside. He had the day off yesterday, did Masa, ended the Grapefruit League part of spring training with 2 absolute missile base hits. Here he is batting with the Red Sox leading 1-0. Here's a ground ball through the right side and into the outfield for a base hit. So Red Sox have their second knock, and the inning continues for Tyler O'Neill.
Yeah, Masa's probably the one guy in camp that you're hoping to get going. Never really saw it for him. And then the last couple of games, he really started swinging the bat real well. Had a great game that last day in Fort Myers. I say the last 6-7 at bats, you're starting to see him now get his knocks, get the ball in the air. That one a hard ground ball through the infield, but the line drives were there the last 3.
Here is Tyler O'Neill. The pitch is a little bit outside. The catcher for these Rangers today is Andrew Kisner. Mitch Garver was a postseason hero for them, but he goes to Seattle. We'll see him along with Mitch Haniger. He's also back with the Mariners. And we're going to talk about the Mitch Witch, which is a Mariners-Seattle sandwich that they got in the ballpark. Here's the pitch to O'Neill. It's a strike on the outside corner. I'll give you the specifics, but I will tell you there's no chance that in 4 games there we don't split one of them.
A Mitch Witch?
A Mitch Witch.
Is it like an ice cream sandwich?
It's a full-on, like, meat lovers deluxe. Here's a bouncer to short, Seager easily to Semien to retire Yoshida. And the inning is over. 1-0 thanks to Raffi. After half an inning, the Sox have a run. Rangers coming up with Semien, Seager, and Evan Carter against Richard Fitz right after this. The Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Network.
Well, this is a moment for me.
From 70s disco divas to today's viral sensations.
Hey, it's Kylie Minogue. To celebrate Women's History Month, I'll be spotlighting my career as well as the iconic ladies of dance music.
SiriusXM's Women of Dance.
Hosted by me.
For a limited time on Channel 107 and year-round on the all-new SiriusXM app.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Baseball is gone!
Red Sox fans, this is Brian O'Halloran.
The Red Sox walk it off!
And you're listening to Red Sox Baseball on SiriusXM.
Can you believe it?
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on SiriusXM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Who swings at the first pitch and fouls it off through sunlight into the second level of seats on the first base side, and it is 0-1. Fitz came over for Alex Verdugo. Pitched in the prospect game at Fenway Park. He's got a huge arm and is really kind of an intriguing piece. In Craig Breslow's overhauled pitching world is a foul ball again on the first base side. 94 miles an hour, 0-2, and Lou, this kid's got a chance.
Yeah, you know, we saw 97 in that spring breakout game with some of the prospects. Seeing 94 here, big kid, 6'3", 230. Fastball, slider, changeup.
Here's a pitch. It's outside. He went to Auburn. He was dominant in his first 2 years there. Then in the COVID year, kind of fell off. And the stuff is outstanding. 1-2, just outside.
Here's 95. Again, young kid trying to get that arsenal. Last year, he really kind of tweaked that slider to be more effective with the Yankees and introduced the cutter. Didn't throw it too much, but we've already seen one here to Semien.
I say the changeup's a great pitch. Here's a liner into center field that it's going to dump in front of Cedon Rafaela. So Semien wins that battle. And it's a leadoff hit.
Yeah, a little slider. Good pitch actually off the plate, but Semien, big league hitter. off the end of the bat and actually hits it so soft it drops in front of Raphael and not hit very hard.
That'll happen at this level. Here's Corey Seager, reigning World Series MVP, who popped out 3 times last night. Batting from the left side, he takes outside for ball 1. Fitz, then Jansen, Martin, and Winkowski today scheduled for the Red Sox. It is cool and chilly here in the Dallas Metroplex. They open the roof about 12:45 today. We are mostly protected from the wind. It is swirling. The 1-0 is fouled off on the third base side.
I'm wondering how that works. You know, it's not exactly a warm day for Texas, so you come to the ballpark thinking you're going to be indoors in a controlled environment. Maybe it's shorts and a T-shirt, and you show up and the roof's open, and it's 50. 5, maybe.
1-1. Here's a high fly into left field. Seager's done a lot of that in this yard. Coming in, Duran with the shades on. He almost dropped it, but he makes the play, leaning out to his left. And, well, good thing he had a month in Florida to practice. The roof open. That was nicely done in the end by Duran.
I'm sure he wishes the roof was closed. But you can see that sunlight. You know, anytime an outfielder, especially where we are, looks up, and as he's looking up, I can actually see his glasses shining.
Yeah.
You know it's right into the sun. And he stayed with it.
Here's Evan Carter. He takes outside, ball 1. Carter, another postseason hero for the Rangers. 1-0 Boston. Pablo Reyes, who's been so versatile, is at first base. And Manuel Valdez at second. Fitz from the belt. He throws, and Carter takes a strike on the outside corner. Story, the shortstop. Raffy at third. As you know, Duran in left, Rafaela in center, and Tyler O'Neill, second straight day in the outfield. A little bit of a surprise, but Alex Cora said Tyler really wanted to do that as the pitch misses high and away.
Yeah, because he had mentioned coming in here, you know, back-to-back days on this turf. Even though the way it's cut, it actually looks like grass, but apparently it's new turf this year. Didn't know if he wanted to go back-to-back days on it. Looks like he will. Maybe it's a couple at bats for some of these guys, and you get him out.
2-1, runner goes. Pitch is fouled off. Let's go back to the backstop. Yeah, you know, I'm someone who always advocates for outdoor baseball. You get a little spoiled in these ballparks that have the roofs, and I understand it when it's 95 or 100 degrees in the summer, but it is an outdoor game after all, so not raining, clear skies. I kind of like that it's open. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Then again, I didn't lose my luggage. The pitch is swung on and missed. He fooled him badly with a slider. Great pitch. And they're 2 down.
Yeah, right now they're kind of calling the cutter and the slider the similar pitch, but this one here at 82, a lot more depth to it. We've seen some cutters. This is a good little shape here at 82 miles an hour, and I like the difference, too. He's at 94, 95, the slider's 82, because some of the reports that everything was sort of meshed in that 85 to 88 range. Nothing really separates itself. But that was a little bit different than that 87-mile-an-hour cutter.
Adolis Garcia has asked for time. He, too, got something in his eyes.
Yeah, you would think you're here, and I think the rule here is about 80 degrees they close it.
Which, to me, is too low.
Yeah, and which probably happens rather quickly.
Yeah, like May.
Yeah.
Adolis Garcia, the League Championship Series MVP, takes outside for ball 1.
And it never gets to that cold April that we get, right? Like 40 with rain, drizzle. Or, you know, so even at 55 degrees, and if it's sunny out, it's nice out, why not have the roof open?
No doubt about that. 1-0. Pitch. Line hopper to short. Backhanded smoothly by Story. God, he's been good there. He throws to second. Inning over. Fitz works around the leadoff hit. We go to the second. And for the Red Sox, Valdez, Rafaela, and Wong 1-0 on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
You call that a precision stop?
When a rookie stunt driver, just give me a shot, meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all.
Come on, focus.
They'll soon find out that behind the wheel of the Nissan Rogue, with the power of VC turbo and the most fuel-efficient gas-powered engine in its class.
Watch this.
The protege can become a master. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Level up your drive with a low $329 per month lease for 36 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Shop the Nissan sales event. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Auto Pacific segmentation excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2024 APA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. For well-qualified lessees, 2023 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $35.69 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease send. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 4/1/24.
Hi, it's Sean McDonough inviting you to join me on the Greg Hill Show every Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll talk about the top stories of the week in Boston sports, and we'll have some laughs too. All presented by Ketchus Law Group, New England's injury pros at KetchusLaw.com.
Tonight we're focusing in on Zoom with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Ah, a baby tiger. Check out his claws as he prepares to pounce on that frog. Close one, but not as close as this Zoom. We can literally count the whiskers and... Oh, look, Mum's here. Good thing I'm nowhere nearby. Go wild with Galaxy AI on the new S24 Ultra and zoom in on the epic, day or night.
Get yours now at Samsung.com.
Lifted off for the Sox last night. Takes ball one and a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. It is 1-1. They got a shot on the NESN telecast of Andrew Bailey chatting things over with Richard Fitz in the dugout. The pitch to Manu is outside. I will say this, Lou. I mean, the results are the results. It's spring training. We'll wait for Thursday and beyond to see how it really carries over into the regular season. But it's been impressive. The 2-1 is lined down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play. And it's 2-2. But for a new member of the staff, Andrew Bailey is so very comfortable here. And I think his self-assuredness, the ease with which guys can talk to him, I think it's really wearing off on this whole staff.
Well, he's got that personality. You know, there's always a smile on his face. You can see he's very outgoing, very personable with his guys. He's very comfortable. Obviously, him and Breslow, very good friends. But as far as on the field goes,
2-2. Fouled back.
No, it's, and we've talked about this before. I mean, we're starting to see these starters get into the sixth inning, everybody. I mean, Fitz today maybe only go 4, but as far as what this rotation looks like, they're getting into the sixth. I think they're happy with some of the results as well. It's really been an impressive camp as far as that goes.
Another shot off the bat of Valdez. It on the ground of the mound, clangs off Dunning's glove. He gathers and throws to first, and Valdez is gone. One down for Rafaela. We learned that Alex Cora has a nickname that I had not heard for Valdez, the Little Man. How would you have taken that as a player?
He said, the Little Man, you know what, if I'm on the big league team, you can call me whatever you want.
Especially if you're hitting 420-foot tanks, as Rafaela takes strike one.
The Little Man is swinging it.
He is. Great at the plate last night, Rafaela. Into the count 0-1, and he takes outside. And it is 1-1.
We have seen this now from last night to tonight. The very first 2 pitches to Rafael have been sliders off the plate.
But one is another slider off the plate. The book is out.
Oh, they're gonna test it. You know, you're gonna have to close that up and just lay off a couple of them, get them off of that. It's like Duran last year. They were going to throw him nothing but heaters up until he showed he could hit it. He came out of the gate and did, and then they adjusted.
2-1 is looped into shallow right field, and the second baseman, Semien, is there. And the play, that was a sinker at 91. And Rafael has gone 2 down. This is sort of where, you know, we've had this discussion, Lou, about the fact that Rafael has been so pole happy, whether intentionally or not. It seems to eliminate half the plate if you're trying to do that on every pitch.
Yeah. And a lot of that has to do with he's just hammering, hanging, breaking balls. But talking to Pete Fatz, they kind of feel like it's just sort of circumstantial. It's not a big picture of what it's not a conscious effort to try to pull everything.
Connor Wong, the hitter, 1-0 to him, and he skies one into center field. Connor's not played a whole lot lately. After a red-hot camp, he skies the second pitch into center field. And it is a 1-2-3. Second inning for the Sox. That can happen this time of year. 1-0 Boston of the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
They are among the greatest to ever play their sports.
Caitlin Clark is the all-time scoring leader.
They are legends and icons.
Larry Bird hit the shot with no second thought. I don't know how he did it.
And you can hear them right now on the all-new Sirius XM app.
We are here with Iowa superstar Caitlin Clark.
I'm so focused on winning, it's never anything I ever take for granted.
Here comes Larry Bird, the Hall of Famer, and he just won Legend of the Year.
Legend of the Year, isn't that something? For access to the game's greats, rely on the leader in sports audio. Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
I'm Erin, and this is my life with California Closets. I purchased a historic home that's over 150 years old. One of the biggest things old houses don't have is closet storage and organization. And in a modern life, you really need to store a lot of things. Working with California Closets was the only way to get exactly what I needed. It really makes my life better. I finally have my dream home, and I couldn't be more thrilled about it.
Visit a showroom or schedule your free design consultation today at CaliforniaClosets.com. Every day, thousands of Comcast engineers and technologists like Oluseyi put people at the heart of everything they create.
Some of my favorite moments throughout my life are watching sports with my dad. Now I work at Comcast as part of the team that created our AI highlights technology, which uses AI to detect the major plays in a sports game.
And now, millions of sports fans will never miss a moment. Visit ComcastCorporation.com to learn more.
The UFC is on SiriusXM. Hear all the action live from the Octagon every weekend on SiriusXM Fight Nation Channel 156.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on SiriusXM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Josh Young is going to lead it off for the Rangers against Richard Fitz, who looks up into a bright, sunny Texas spring sky. It's chilly but beautiful here. Lone Star State, and Fitz, sort of a pine-colored glove, yellow ashy mitt, fires the first pitch outside to Young, and that is ball one. Red lacing on that mitt, the 1-0. Smash to left field. Duran back at the track. Jarin is there to make the play. And there's the first out. You know, Lou, we talk about what Cedar Rafael has done to this defense because he's awesome in center field, but there's this trickle-down effect where Duran looks so much more comfortable in left field. He could be really good, it seems to me, out there.
Yeah, and I thought he got a lot better defensively in center as well. Like the angles I thought were better, the routes were better, the jumps, and of course you got the speed to make up for a lot of it.
Here's Wyatt Langford, who took an 0 for last night, but is just one of the bright stars in the whole game. Strike one to him, and it's 0-1.
But I like him at left field at Fenway Park. I feel like sometimes left field is you're playing in the box, and it's about quick reactions.
0-1 low.
People always say play off the wall. It's like, no, it's more of the line drives that are just over your head that maybe you can come in and get. Like that first step speed can take a lot away on just singles. Balls in the gap.
1-1 is a strike, good slider. So elaborate on that. You're playing in a box, so you can take stuff away. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, you're in left field. The ball's over your head. You turn around. That's why people think it's easy out there. But you're so close to home plate, or closer than maybe you normally are.
1-2. Wow, was that close?
And we saw this with Yoshida a lot. It's the line drive that's just over your head. Can you get back before the wall and to make an aggressive, you know, athletic catch? Maybe that soft line drive in front of you. Can you come in and get it and take away a hit?
2-2 is crushed into the gap in right center field. Rafaela on the run. He can't get it. Bounces off the wall in their version of the triangle. Cedar beautifully plays the carom. That was excellent from Rafaela. And there it is from Wyatt Langford. That ball was crushed. A home run in a lot of yards. And some days here, that'll be out. But that's two young players doing their jobs on both sides.
This kid is so strong. This is kind of on the line, and it's why Rafaela kind of attacked it the way he did. I don't think he had a shot no matter what, but it almost seemed like he felt like he could cut this ball off. And even though Langford is new to this level, this league, So much strength here. A lot of carry. That ball took off on Rafaela.
He's fun to watch run, too. That's just something that Bruce Bochy told us yesterday as Walsh. Jared Walsh fouls the first pitch off on the left side. Look, he said people are going to sleep on the athlete that Langford is because he's such a good hitter. He was so smooth on the bases there.
He is big. Doesn't miss many leg days in the gym. His forearms are enormous.
That's a good baseball combo. 0-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss from Walsh. And it's 0-2. Isn't it amazing? You win the World Series in the same season. You pick 4th overall. And you get a guy like that who could be a mainstay here for a decade or more. He sure looks the part. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fisted foul on the third base side.
Well, you mentioned even a guy like Carter, Evan Carter, hitting third for this team. He's still technically a rookie. Didn't play enough last year to lose that label. So you win the World Series and you come into the next year with the 2 favorites to win Rookie of the Year in Carter and Langford.
That'll work. Here's the 0-2, and that is low and outside.
And that's one of those, like, you know, you like to kind of put guys from the minor leagues up in the big leagues once a year or whatever it may be. But with this young roster and a couple of the guys up the middle of the field that are here for a while, you don't really need that help, maybe just on the pitching side.
1-2 the pitch is on the ground to the shortstop Story. They thought about going to third, instead threw to first in time to get the hitter Walsh. Risky read by Langford, but he's moving well enough to get there. He's at third with 2 down.
And again, that's kind of knowing your speed, because that ball was hit really hard. And even though Story kind of had to backhand it, he was playing way up the middle. But Langford can get down the line pretty well.
2 down, 1-0 Red Sox in the second. The pitch. That's a little bit outside. You know, it's amazing looking at Langford and thinking about what he might become for these Rangers. They erased the drought. They win their first title after 52 years a season ago. Fits from the belt, the 1-0. That's hammered into center field, actually a little bit off the end of the bat, and Rafaela's got an easy play coming in. They have had some star players in the Lone Star State. We'll talk about that after this. 1-0 after 2. Shaw's and Star Market, Red Sox Network.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
In Connecticut, visit MB Tractor and Equipment in South Windsor, Ruitt Sibley Equipment in New Milford, or RNS Rentals and Sales in Torrington.
Make Easter extra special this year with the best of fresh from Shaw's and Star Market. Hey, it's Joe. Browse through the produce department for Easter feast must-haves. Get fresh savings on whole pineapple, fresh asparagus, and more. And in the meat department, Spiral Ham is on sale. And don't forget Easter bunny cakes for dessert and fresh tulips for decoration. Shaw's and Star Market are your one-stop shop for Easter. So hop on in. Happy Easter from Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
John Sewer and Drain Cleaning is the name to know when your drains don't flow. John Sewer is also hiring technicians at their Norwood location to handle growing demand in southeastern Mass. To join New England's most experienced team, go online to johnsewer.com to apply today.
We get the job done.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Well, we go to the third inning, moving along on getaway day. Final spring tune-up. Red Sox lead the Rangers 1-0 thanks to Rafi Devers' home run. Pablo Reyes leads it off against Dane Dunning. Pablo has had an up-and-down camp. He didn't hit much early, but really started to turn it on. He's shown True versatility. Strike on the outside corner. Alex Cora said he's the backup shortstop. Earlier today, he was all over the diamond last night. First base, middle infield spot, and in left field. He fouls this pitch off, and quickly it's 0-2.
I just think he gives you a quality at bat. Doesn't strike out much, makes contact a lot. You know he can play up the middle of the field. He can play some first, late in games. You start moving bodies around, maybe a pinch run situation for, say, a Casas. He could slide in there. He could play some left field. We saw him in left yesterday.
0-2. I get in on his hands, and it's fouled off.
So he's in there today at first base. I was talking about creating situations in camp. And that's kind of what Cora's doing today with Casas. We saw him not in the starting lineup. Started to get a little concerned. Didn't play last night. No concern whatsoever.
Another similar foul, 0-2.
And really, all he wanted was, on days when Casas doesn't play, he wants, give him a pinch hit opportunity. And really, there's not much of that in camp. So that's what they want to do here today. Have him come in, pinch hit here for Reyes, just to kind of get used to that type of role. And then he's going to finish the game at first.
Here's the 0-2. That is outside to Pablo Reyes. It is so smart to me. Why not? I mean, there are going to be days against lefties where Casas doesn't play at the start of the game, but he will be summoned early and often. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's inside. You and I both know that Alex Cora is as good a game day manager as there is in the sport. And I think he's excited about the pieces he's got to work with this year.
Yeah, it's funny because outside that clubhouse, I know people have their feelings about this team, but
2-2. Scott into shallow right field. Semien out. In on it, Carter, and the right fielder, Evan Carter, in bright sunlight, makes the play. One down.
But it's pretty genuine when you talk to these people. They feel pretty good, about the team. And again, the biggest concern is lack of depth in the starting pitch. And I think kind of look around the league and say, isn't everybody kind of going through that, right? There's a lot of teams that have great rotations, but guys that are hurt. Yankees these guys are going through it.
No doubt about it. Here's Jaron Duran.
Astros have some concerns. So there's not the team you're about to play, and that's Seattle.
Cole is down for the Yankees. Rodon is spotty at best. Here's the 1-0, and that is another ball. Yeah, Seattle's got Castillo, Gilbert, Kirby. They did lose Wu, but Miller is there too. They're loaded up.
Tampa's got concerns in that rotation. Baltimore picked up Burns. Can Kyle Bradish make it through the year with just that PRP injection and not have more issues with his elbow?
2-0 is fouled back by Duran, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. What's the over-under on the calendar, Lou, for the date the blonde hair goes away for Jaron Duran?
I don't think it has anything to do with the calendar. I think it has everything to do with the stat line.
Here's the 2-1 swing and a miss. So if he's 0 for Seattle, do we see him clean cut in Oakland?
He may shave it all off or dye it black or something.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Raffy, who homered, is out on deck.
And by the way, to give you a little Casas update, there was a little social media buzz about whether Tristan Casas changed his game jersey or not. He did not. He forgot to bring the red jersey with him to Texas.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is in the dirt. It's still crazy to me with all the support staff that are around these guys that it is still on them to pack their own jerseys.
Well, that's actually surprising to me because it usually isn't. Everything is usually packed. Very rarely do you kind of go and maybe you grab whatever T-shirts you want, but as far as uniform goes, it's usually kind of in there.
Here's the 3-2, and it is high and deep into right field, but it'll hang up for Evan Carter. Drifting over, he makes the play. He said, we don't really wear the reds on the road. My mindset was not on that. I thought we'd wear gray or blue or something different. The Friday Reds came with the Red Sox here because it's spring training.
Technically, still spring training. It's what we talk about. Coming to a place like this, big league ballpark, it's like that tease. You're almost in big league mode where they'll use the blue jerseys, but the Reds are done in camp. It's still camp for a couple more games. You got to bring them.
Here's Devers, who homered his first time. They overnighted it. Unfortunately, your suitcase was not with the jersey, but he's got his number back, does Casas. He'll be in the game a little bit later. 36 as the 0-1 to number 11 is swung on and missed. Chris Sale He himself has changed his number. And he's doing it to honor a guy that Lou Merlone has homered off of. Chris's all-time favorite pitcher, Randy Johnson. Chris is now number 51. 0-2. Just misses him the ball in 2 strikes.
You sort of feel like Sale should probably be just sticks. 1-1. Of course, he's probably too slimming.
Pitch to Rafi, bloop foul on the third base side. And he has gone away from 41. He's 51.
That's nice.
He's drawn rave reviews. He's been awesome for the Atlanta Braves. 1-0 Sox, thanks to this man who strikes out on a great breaking ball in under his hands, and we are through 2.5. At Globe Life Field in Arlington. Back with more after this. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Network.
I'm Cheryl Crow. I grew up at a time when, if you were a woman, you were a good musician for a woman.
Sirius XM.
I always found that to be really insulting. This chick rocks.
Hosted by Cheryl Crow. Women of Rock. Now for a limited time on Channel 79. New Sirius XM app.
In the air, but so are airborne allergens like tree pollen, grass, mold, and ragweed. If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage springs into action quickly, helping you breathe more clearly in just 30 seconds. And you don't need a never-ending cycle of decongestants that can leave you feeling drowsy. Navage is the fast and easy drug-free allergy solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Get Navage today so you can get outdoors and enjoy your favorite springtime activities. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Get closer to the game of golf with PGA Tour Radio on Sirius XM, Channel 92, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Tracking towards the cup, and it goes in!
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on Sirius XM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Tavares is the first hitter for the Rangers to lead off the bottom of the third. He takes strike one in the inside corner from Richard Fitz. Up there for the third. The one strike offering bounces in. That one of the few changeups he's thrown so far today. Maybe the very first. Not up the field for that one. It's 1-1.
That was it before the game with Cora saying, you know, what do you expect from him? I haven't seen him pitch yet, but the changeup is real. And really, that's been the big question for him, that changeup.
One. Did he foul that off? He did in the mid, and it's 1-2.
That's another one there at 85. He's a guy in Double-A who's Eastern League Pitcher of the Year for Double-A League. But searching for, I say, that third pitch and trying to get more consistency with his changeup. There's another one.
Oh, in the dirt. So it seems to me that maybe Andrew Bailey said, hey, kid, third inning, we're leaning on that pitch. Let's find it.
Yeah, let's start using it. So it's the fastball today has been around 94, 95. He's got that slider, low 80s, cutter, high 80s, a nice little changeup here in the mid 80s.
2-2 is, guess what, a slider this time. In the dirt, 3-2. That's the whole game with this group, isn't it, Lou? And that's Major League Baseball these days. It all operates on the margins. Change the usage, the arsenal, the grips, the biomechanics on pitches. 3-2 is outside, ball 4. And Leody Taveras draws the leadoff walk. Like in some ways, Lou, the role of a pitching coach has changed more than any job in the whole game, where it used to be almost full-time psychologist, where you just kind of go to the mound, get a guy through it, you see something mechanical.
Mechanics.
But now it's so much more about finding out what's best in a guy and changing things with the help of technology, as Semien, the leadoff hitter, takes strike one on the outside corner.
Yeah, it's not just pitch shape either. It's velo, like having something in that 95 range. Maybe you want a little cutter in that 88, 89, 90 range. You want a little slider in that 83 range.
One is a strike on the inside corner.
And if there's a curveball, maybe in that 77. So you certainly don't want, 2 or 3 breaking balls in that 85 to 87. Like, it just speed-wise, it's the same. Timing-wise, it's the same. Maybe a different shape, but still separate it with velocity.
0-2. Semien chops it foul.
Well, you look at a guy like Whitlock. He's got that sweeper that was pretty good. Traditional slide, more of a sweeper, I guess. And just felt like it was horizontal side to side and wanted a breaking ball to go down. So now he's throwing more of a downward slider as well.
1-2, throw to first.
It's really become like MLB The Show. I mean, it's really become almost like a video game. Like, okay, I want something down. I want something to go sideways. I want something that goes vertical drop. I want something to go down and in. Like, I want all these different shapes. And the hitter can't just sit in one area or one velocity.
1-0 Red Sox in the third. Runner goes. Pitch is outside throw, not in time. That was stolen off of Fitz. Tavares has a bag, and he's in scoring position. It is happening across all sports, Lou. And every PGA player is now never taken a swing on a range without TrackMan behind him. Talking about shot efficiencies and quality production in the NBA. Obviously, football, we know so much more about probabilities of fourth down conversions and things like that as first pitch fouled on the first base side. But nowhere is it more on display than in baseball, where every single element of the game is dissected, perfected. The confluence of huge money and sort of Ivy League type brain power running the game. There is nothing that feels accidental anymore. 1-2, the pitch is skied on the right side. Foul side of the line. Reyes and Wong come together, and Connor's there on the track to make the play. And I'm not here to tell you that it's good, bad, or otherwise and yell into the wind, but it is amazing how, in some ways, the humanity is being taken out of all pro sports, where it's just so specialized.
Yeah, it is. And I still think the human element matters. It's just such an advanced way to evaluate players now.
Yeah. Here's Corey Seager from Fitz. Throws, and Corey takes outside.
There'll be years where you'd say, well, man, the numbers may not be there, but I felt like I had a good year. Now there's numbers to actually prove that. Or vice versa. Soft contact, I'm getting lucky this year. A lot of balls drop in. There's numbers that prove that as well.
1-0. Here's a hard ground ball on the right side. Actually not that well hit. Hard to tell from up here. Valdez has it. He throws to first. I mean, it is all enabled, Lou, as they're 2 down in the third, by the fact that we have this TrackMan sensor technology in every ballpark, almost at every level, where, the angle the ball was hit at, how hard it was hit, the probability that normally it would be a base hit or an out. That's why Roman Anthony was promoted from A-ball hitting like 210. So here now is Evan Carter, left-handed hitter, high fastball, ball 1.
As long as we sort of, within a game, you go out there, play, you compete, you make adjustments, and then when it's all said and done, when it's over, then you could say, I hit that ball well, what was it? Just stay focused on still the game itself and let the evaluators and the numbers determine things afterwards.
1-0 is in the dirt. And that's why, Lou, it's never going away to build teams and to pick players and to do sort of off-season or, practice work to improve yourself. But two things stand out to me that will separate those who can handle it and those who won't. 2-0 is swung on and missed. One, the way the information is processed to the player. Like, is it digestible? Yeah. Is it presented in a way that you can understand it and actually use it without being flooded and overwhelmed? 2-1 to Carter with 2 down in the third. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. And the other is, do these organizations let their manager, their coaches, and their players act on their own?
Yeah, still need the instincts. I always felt when analytics came into the game that the most important thing in every organization is that middleman. the one who takes the numbers and explains it to a baseball player and how it can help them.
2-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Thank you very much. Nate Tomlinson down at third. Inning over. That was good stuff from Richard Fitz, who's handling one of the great lineups in the game after 3 1-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Hey, baseball fans. We know this is your favorite season of the year. And now you can keep that walk-off home run feeling alive with a fresh coat of paint. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,500 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams paint store today.
What's better than 2 for 1? 3 for 1. Boston Standard is offering you an AC, heating system, and water heater tune-up for only $99. That's 3 systems tuned up for the price of 1. Call today and save tomorrow with 2 words. Boston Standard.
Jones and Mega with Arcan is brought to you by BetterHelp. Have you ever heard that old saying, friendship is a two-way street? Well, it's true, and what it really means is this. Even the relationships that bring you the most fun require a little work from time to time. The good news is therapy can be a place to help you maintain your longtime friendships and build new ones. My own experiences in therapy have made me a better communicator and more present listener. It's also great if you tend to have trouble saying no and setting boundaries, things I struggle with myself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Become your own soulmate, whether you're looking for one or not. Visit BetterHelp.com/Mego today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Mego.
Trevor Story is the batter for the Red Sox, and he's brushed back a little bit. Pitch up and in. It is 1-0. He grounded out to third his first time. Story had a massive home run last night, the 1-0. The man coming back to his hometown, and he's outside. And it is 2-0. It is not hard to be optimistic about the club watching them these last 2 days. 2-0. Took one on the inside corner, sinking fastball, and it's 2-1. Story looks great. Raffy launches another home run. Tyler O'Neill went deep last night. Whitlock tremendous as Story takes a slider in the outside corner. Lou, you've talked so much about how last year Trevor was just in between. He came back quickly to try to help the team defensively since they had such a black hole at shortstop. Just didn't have time to get himself geared up. Joined the club midstream as everybody else was rolling along in the season. As the 2-2 is lined into left field, another base hit. Even the takes to me, Lou, look more balanced. He just sees it through the zone. That's another line drive into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, and he's going to come out of the game right now. Dahlbeck.
Good.
Looks like he's going to run for him. When he came back last year, he had such a need defensively at shortstop that obviously that was the biggest reason why he was coming back. There was no way he was going to be able to swing the bat, in my opinion, and he looked bad, at times, obviously. Remember when he came back?
Here's a pitch to Massa. That's a strike.
Before he took an at-bat, I remember saying, you're not going to judge him on this, I hope, because you won't know anything until next season, because this is not going to be pretty for a month and a half. He really didn't have a spring training. Didn't really have many rehab games. Just showed up in the tough league to just show up.
This ball is crushed into right field by Yoshida. At one hops the track, and it's off the wall. Dahlbeck almost lost his helmet. He's over to third. It's another linea for Mr. Yoshida. The Macho Man is screaming balls all over the yard, and Boston has him at second and third.
Yeah, Moss has looked locked in here the last couple of outings, couple of games here. This is just a sinker right over the middle of the plate. But I like how he just stays through this baseball. It's a rocket to right field that Carter can't get to, but he got a nice little hop off the wall that held Yoshida at first.
When he is right, his swing is a thing of beauty.
He's got to keep it kind of length through it, up the middle. It's when that front shoulder flies and the bottom half goes towards that first base dugout is when we get a lot of rollovers.
I want to remind you to keep Easter extra special this year at Shaw's and Star Market. Fresh savings on whole pineapple, fresh asparagus, and more. And in the meat department, Spiral Ham is on sale. Don't forget Easter bunny cakes for dessert and fresh tulips for decoration. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh. Tyler O'Neill stands in. Hard to imagine the elastic on his elbow guard actually stays put. Size of his arms. Pitch to him is ripped foul down the left field line. And it is 0-1. I sort of wish, Lou, Red Sox did not have an off day tomorrow. You kind of want this offense to get right into it mañana.
Yeah, no, they get some big guys swinging it real well. Especially this guy here, O'Neill, had a really nice camp.
Here's a pitch that is outside.
The quality at bat, I'm really impressed with Tyler O'Neill. He's had some games where he's drawn a couple of walks, sees the ball well, swings it, strikes. Really kind of controls the zone. He's done at least a nice job of that so far.
Look, I know it's the last day of spring training. I know this is the time when hope springs eternal. O'Neill waits. First and third, they lead. Sox ahead 1-0. It's outside, but Alex Cora did not look one time last year like he does right now. I mean, he's got his arm around Cedar Rafael. They're laughing, belly laughing with Andrew Bailey. It just... There's a different air around this team. 2-1 to Tyler O'Neill. The pitch is fouled off. He's kind of flat-footed there. And it's 2-2.
Yeah, Cora kind of whole new approach. He talked about last year wore on him. Different mindset coming into this year. And kind of really been all business pushing these guys to compete all camp long. Pushing the starters to go deep. Asked a lot from these guys this offseason to be better prepared for this season.
2-2. Chop foul outside of third.
It's been a good camp, you know, for what they have here right now. And again, it's really the only question marks you have, you don't want to just, is really kind of the back end of the rotation because it's an unknown. You're not very comfortable thinking that, yeah, these guys I know because they've done it in the past. They're going to give me 30 starts. You don't know it. But they have looked good here so far the last 6 weeks.
2-2. That's again fouled off. Offense looks ready. Bullpen should be much better, although we'll find out a lot about Jansen and Martin today. But yes, it's the depth of the starting rotation that, especially with the Giolito injury, that's what you worry about. But everything else is absolutely pointing in the right direction. 2-2. That is so close, but called the ball. And it's 3-2. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. The Ford F-Series, best-selling truck for 47 years. 3-2. O'Neill checks his swing and a ball in the dirt. He did not go, and the bases will be loaded here for Boston in the fourth.
And that's kind of what I was just talking about. The quality at bat he has. You know, we saw our lineup the other day where they had him hitting second. And they moved Devers down, and Story was in the 4-hole, and Casas was there next. Like, you know, it gives you a good at bat. Another guy on base in front of Devers will always help as he comes out of this one.
O'Neill is done. Looks like Wilyer Abreu will come on for him. So O'Neill out, Story out. Here in the fourth inning, the Red Sox have him loaded as Mike Maddox talks it over to Dane Dunning, who's now thrown 61 pitches. The Rangers do have their bullpen working. Meeting on the mound is over, and here comes Emmanuel Valdez. You've been in dugouts like this before, Lou, this time of year. There's a combination of things going on as Manu digs in with a real chance of the bases loaded. First is you are feeling that adrenaline about the fact that very shortly the real season begins. Here's Valdez, the pitch. He is low and outside to him with ball one. And they know that in 48 hours or so, they'll be lining the base paths in Seattle, hearing the national anthem, all introduced, ready to go as a bonded unit to start the regular season. 1-0 to Valdez. Here's the pitch. And Manu taking all the way. Fastball right there. But there's more to it than that. This club believes in itself. They feel really good about the last month. 1-1 to Manu.
They've done everything they've asked, everything Cora's looking for.
Here's the pitch. That's a really good take outside, 2-1.
And we keep mentioning about that mindset, right? Camp's not over. Camp's not over. Come in here today, be focused, have good at bats. Saw that with O'Neill. Great quality at bat. And then Story walks off first, and O'Neill runs off first. And now, for the very first time, you can sort of end camp in your mind.
2-1, chop foul. Yeah, you let your foot off the gas.
Yeah, like just jogging from first base. You see that pinch runner. As you run to the dugout, you're like, there's that breath. There is that, okay, now I can stop. The focus, of spring training is now over as I run off the field. Get on that plane, day off tomorrow, a little workout, and let's get this thing going. But until that moment happens, you got to stay focused here in just every game and try to get better with respect to the game.
2-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Valdez is gone. So now Rafaela with the bases loaded, and Bruce Bochy going to come on out and remove Dunning from the game. Pitching change in Arlington. Sox lead the Rangers 1-0, but they got them loaded up in the fourth. Dunning done. Back for more after this from the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Tonight we're focusing in on Zoom with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Ah, a baby tiger. Check out his claws as he prepares to pounce on that frog. Close one, but not as close as this Zoom. We can literally count the whiskers and... Oh, look, Mum's here. Good thing I'm nowhere nearby. Go wild with Galaxy AI on the new S24 Ultra and zoom in on the epic day or night.
Get yours now at Samsung.com.
Is it time for a new kitchen? Visit the CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington. Discover Schrock Cabinetry at our newly renovated kitchen showroom. Whether you're looking for designer-inspired color or intelligent storage, Schrock is your trusted brand and comes with a limited lifetime warranty. You create the kitchen of your dreams with our kitchen designers. Visit the CCL showroom in Abington or go online to cclco.com and start your Schrock Dream Kitchen journey today. CCL is proud to be 100% employee-owned.
This is Ty Law, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit AvivaTrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
Jesus Tinoco. He has risen. He's here on the mound for the Red Sox, and he will see Cedar Rafaela with the bases loaded. Red Sox already leading it 1-0. So Dane Dunning, last tune-up, 66 pitches. He goes 3 innings and change, and now what a big chance for Cedar. Right-handed hitter, he drives one high down the left field line. It is back at the track and just in front of the wall, leaping and making the play is Wyatt Langford, tagging from third and scoring his tall back. Rafaela just missed a slam. It's a sac fly, and it's 2-0 Red Sox.
Quite sure what Langford's doing out there in left field. Kind of got to the edge of the track, and when he jumped to catch this ball, he probably had 3 or 4 feet behind him to the fence. There's some questions. You play an okay left field, but normally you kind of run back to the fence and come back and get it. But Rafael just missed the little first pitch hanging breaking ball.
The reason that Langford most of the time will be the DH for the Rangers is Connor Wong takes a pitch low and outside for ball 1.
It's kind of what we were saying about him before in Rafaela. Like, yeah, there'll be some chasing sliders down and away, but if you hang something, he's had some beautiful swings on breaking balls.
Well, that was another ball. I bet he's upset with himself for not launching that one out of the yard.
No question. I mean, he just missed the thing, hit right to the track. It's like Isaiah Campbell getting loose for the Sox. That might have been it for Fitz.
By all accounts, Campbell's made the team as Long swings and misses. We've not heard anything official. Alex Cora has not come out publicly and said, here are the guys that are on the team, but there have been reports that Weissert and Campbell and Slayton have been told they're on the club. The pitch to Wong has popped up on the foul side of third back in his home state. Of course, we're like 4 hours from his home. He fouls it into the seats on the third base side, and it stays 2-2.
Yeah, you got to believe that's kind of where it's at. You got Martin, Jansen, Winkowski, Slayton, Campbell, and Weissert. That's 6. Chase Anderson, long guy they just acquired the other day, it's 7, and Joely Rodriguez is 8. Creates some depth in that bullpen down to AAA.
2-2 to Wong. Fouled off into the mitt of the catcher. He holds on, does Kisner. And the inning is over. We'll talk about that Red Sox bullpen when we return. Red Sox lead the Rangers 2-0 on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
It's Danny Wexelman from MLB Network Radio. You can join me and Steve Phillips live at noon Eastern Thursday from Oriole Park at Camden Yards, prior to the opening day matchup between the Angels and the defending American League East champion, Baltimore Orioles.
Dutchman launches a 2-run shot.
Steve and I will talk to players, managers, and executives from both teams leading up to first pitch this Thursday, only on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and the Sirius XM app.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on Sirius XM. We're back on the track Sunday,
6 p.m. Eastern.
It's the Toyota Owners 400 from Richmond Raceway.
Checker flag, baby. Yeah.
On Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Get closer to everything that moves you wherever you are with the Sirius XM app.
Let's make some smoke and drink some beer. Yeah.
After the game, join us on MLB Network Radio. We're talking baseball with you all season long on Sirius XM Channel 89 and the Sirius XM app.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on Sirius XM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Time.
Richard Fitz continues in the game for his 4th inning, 2-0 Red Sox. Adolis Garcia is the hitter to start things off for the Rangers. Boy, is he a terrifying force. In the right-handed box, Fitz throws, and a swing and a miss. Isaiah Campbell, as we talked about, is up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. This may be a case where Alex Cora, as you say, creates a situation in spring training, brings him in the middle of an inning as Fitz throws and he misses outside. The plan was to try to get Richard 4 innings, but maybe you want Campbell in between innings. Then you go to the Jansen, Martin, Winkowski part of the game. 1-1 with Young on deck. Outside, they had Michael Young here forever. They have had some star players, have these Rangers. I mean, look, they just won their first title after coming so close so many times. The 2-1 is a strike. Maybe it's part of the Texas ethos, but, I mean, they've had so many star players. You know, Alex Rodriguez, Pudge Rodriguez, Nolan Ryan, Josh Hamilton, Wangon. The 2-2 is ripped foul outside the third base line. There's always been intriguing personalities with this club.
Yeah, it's always been a lot of stars, never really getting over the hump until last year, but they got a good young group here. It's going to be here for a while.
Time called at the last minute. It's a good slider, by the way, that got Garcia to 2-2.
Yeah, I think Fitz has been impressive. I like this slider. The fastball's at 94, 95. I did see 97 that prospects game, but
2-2. Speaking of great slider, he got him, and as we expected, there comes Alex Cora, and he's going to get Isaiah Campbell. That is so encouraging from Richard Fitz.
It really is. You know, very nice slider. I saw that cutter that was in the 87 range. You know, that last inning kind of went to that changeup. I think that's something that, you know, down in AAA, he's going to be AAA starting depth. We mentioned some of the guys like Cooper Criswell, there's Brandon Walter down there, but this guy here might jump it right behind Criswell, maybe even jump ahead of him if, depending on the timing of the season they need him. But go down there, continue to develop this changeup, pound the zone. Could very well see Richard Fitz in Boston at some point throughout the year.
That was his third strikeout. Before we step away, let's take 10 seconds for station identification all across the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on SiriusXM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Alex Cora is feeling good. He's smiling coming off the mound. Hands the ball to Isaiah Campbell. Sox lead 2-0. We'll tell you all about the big right-hander on the mound after this. And we return to Arlington on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
This is Ty Law, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit AvivaTrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
Is it time for a new kitchen? Visit the CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington. Discover Schrock Cabinetry at our newly renovated kitchen showroom. Whether you're looking for designer-inspired color or intelligent storage, Schrock is your trusted brand and comes with a limited lifetime warranty. You create the kitchen of your dreams with our kitchen designers. Visit the CCL showroom in Abington or go online to cclco.com and start your Schrock Dream Kitchen journey today. CCL is proud to be 100% employee-owned.
Foul ball off the bat of the right-handed hitting Josh Young. This time fastball down and in, and it's 1-1. Campbell has just had a phenomenal camp, just like Slayton. 8 1/3 innings, no runs allowed over 8 appearances. He's huge. He's bespectacled. The 1-1 is a powerful fastball for a strike. Actually, a slider on the outside corner. And it's 1-2. Guy pitched for 4 years in college, but he was often injured. Limited time the last couple of years in the minor leagues. The numbers have been awesome. Strikeout numbers through the roof. Guy born in Portugal with his dad stationed there in the Air Force, who's been a total revelation. Here's the pitch. Came over for Luis Urias. It misses outside, and it is 2-2.
Yeah, good power sinker, 94, 95. He kind of has two different breaking balls. You saw that big sweeper at like 82. The one that was a strike was more of like a true slider at 86, 87.
2-2. Fouled off.
And that was more of that true slider. But it's interesting because he's so good against lefties. He's a guy that, with only one lefty out there, Cora many times has talked about it. Last year, he struck out 45.8% of lefties. They hit 163 off him. He was dominant.
2-2. Fouled off. And that is the slider, right?
Yeah, and that's a little bit of both. Kind of like maybe that, you know, the big sweeper once in a while with the slider with vertical. But it's weird because it doesn't really fit a profile to be dominant against lefties. A lot of righties that are dominant against lefties because they have a split or they have that nasty changeup and they can't, maybe a cutter changeup combo. So you crowd them in, changeup away. But just fastball, slider, sweeper, no changeup, but still dominates lefties.
2-2. That is right there on the corner. Strike 3 called. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Dominant pitching in Texas continues, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came over that Luis Urias trade. I mean, that's Those are the kind of trades you want. That's like a Tampa Bay Ray type trade. Luis Arias wasn't going to work here, and you got this kid out of it. Well, last year in 27 games was 4-1 with a 2.83 ERA for Seattle out of that pen. It's an impressive arm.
It is indeed. As a strike on the outside corner, yet another sweeper to the right-handed hitting Langford, and that's strike one. Think about the additions they've made. I mean, they get Fitz for Verdugo. He was awesome here today. This guy comes over for Arias. Slayton a Rule 5 as a pitch misses outside, 1-1. Again, you don't want to be a broken record, but this is what the Rays did. They found pitchers with stuff. They converted them, and all of them took off. Seems like the lifeblood of the game these days. The 1-1 is mashed into left field. We've seen the great Wyatt Langford today. Really nice sliding stop by Duran. He comes up throwing, but not in time to get Wyatt Langford, who's got his second double in as many at-bats. The dude can swing it, and he's got a 2-out double.
Well, apparently Langford didn't like his first appearance here at Globe Life, because last night, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. But he comes out here day 2, maybe a little more comfortable, more relaxed, and he has just laced a couple of balls to left field. Little hanging breaking ball that he jumped all over.
It's Jared Walsh, left-handed hitter, foul on the third base side. I asked Bruce Bochy, Will Venable, Tim Hires, all the people that we know with this Rangers club, their impressions of Wyatt Langford, and all of them sort of just stayed quiet and mouthed the word wow as Walsh swings and misses. It's 0-2. It is a rare talent, Lou, that will keep that quality of a coach and player speechless, but it seems like Wyatt Langford is the genuine deal.
Yeah, you talk about Tim Hires, had a long talk with him, and he's like, it's just a different at bat. Ball off his bat, where he controls the zone. It's just different than everybody.
0-2. That one bounces in, a slider in the dirt.
And this is the hitting coach for the team that won a World Series.
That has Seager and Semien.
Seager and Adolis Garcia and Semien and what you saw from Young and Jonah Heim. And that kid is different. And I don't know why the appetite to always compare young players to the greatest of all time, but you're starting to people talking about him and Trout because the physicality.
1-2, just outside.
To me, it's ridiculous and lazy. It's like talking about Bayo and Pedro. It's just lazy and ridiculous.
Let him be his own great self.
Just compare him to good players. I don't know why we got to compare everybody. Who's the next Jordan? Like, just compare him to not the greatest of all time.
2-2, swing and a miss. He got him a foul tip in the dirt, tagged out. And Isaiah Campbell, after Richard Fitz, does it. Langford got him, but he is stranded after 4 2-0 Sox in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Hi, it's Sean McDonough inviting you to join me on The Greg Hill Show every Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll talk about the top stories of the week in Boston sports, and we'll have some laughs, too. All presented by Ketchus Law Group, New England's injury pros at KetchusLaw.com.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those, too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
This is Ty Law, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit AvivaTrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
For generations, hard-working people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Installing a mailbox, planting a tree, or planting other yard work? Don't dig yourself into trouble. Click digsafe.com or call 811-FIRST to prevent damage to buried utility lines. It's smart, it's free, it's the law. Click digsafe.com or call 811.
Tinoco stays in the game on the mound for the Texas Rangers. It's 2-0 Red Sox after 4. Shadows actually starting to creep out onto the diamond from the third base side. Past the 2:20 mark here on the clock local time as Pablo swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 0-2. Richard Fitz is on the Nesson telecast, 3 1/3, scoreless, couple hits, 3 strikeouts and a walk. He looked awesome. I mean, the changeup may well be a work in progress, Lou, but that dude's a weapon.
No, it's impressive. It's nice to actually know you've got some starting depth. You know,
Pablo misses.
There's a couple guys, Wickham and Gonzalez probably in Double-A, and there's a high ceiling there. Luis Perales may be a little bit behind him, but you go out and trade for this guy, he's going to be down in Triple-A. He might be able to help you out this year.
1-2, brushes Pablo off the plate.
The other guy, Sandlin, the one they got for Schreiber, he's another one that maybe he's a Double-A guy, quickly up to Triple-A.
2-2, softly grounded on the first base side. It is handled over there, right near the bag by Walsh, and Pablo is out number 1.
Yeah, and I would say, listen, and rightfully so, I get it. A lot of the focus is offseason, the big name, the starting pitcher. When you come into the year in the offseason, say you need 2 starters, you don't get anybody. Well, you lose a couple and you only add one who ends up getting hurt in Giolito. I understand that. So the high-end starting pitching is real disappointing offseason. But one thing Breslow has done is that he's actually acquired a lot of depth.
Here's a hard ground ball by Duran, beating it down the line, beaten by a step. And here comes Casas as a pinch hitter.
But, they brought in some arms from other organizations. You mentioned before, Campbell, Weissert, Slayton. I think all 3 going to have big roles in this bullpen. With nasty stuff were brought in. It's just, and I get it, just missing that one guy. And trust me, I'm waiting for Montgomery myself.
Yes, you are. Here's a pitch to Tristan, and Richard Fitz is going to join us on the broadcast. Will and Lou up top, Richard, and that was awesome today.
Thank you.
How'd you feel coming off the mound?
Felt great. This is a great ballpark, and getting to experience it for the first time. I'm pumped. I'm still shaking a little bit.
I believe that. You overpowered some of these hitters. We know that the changeup can be something you really worked on, Richard, but what were you really focusing on today?
Yeah, today I'm just trying to throw strikes. These guys, they know the zone, and this is a new environment for me and a little bit more people than I'm used to, and just trying to pound the zone and let the defense work behind me.
Yeah, Richard was really impressive. I know he's pitching that breakout Stars game, but today, you mentioned that changeup, the sweeper, the curveball, all impressive. Very nice job. Wish you all the best this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thanks so much for jumping on with us, Richard. We will hope to see you. We think we will at Fenway very soon. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's the goal. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate that. Richard Fitz, who was awesome today for the Red Sox. He's in line, and the Red Sox, after 4 innings, lead it 2-0 in the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
Sweet 16 women's and men's tournaments are set. Sirius XM College Sports Radio 84 with a thorough analysis of how they got there and which schools could qualify for the Final Four. Your March Madness home. Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and the new Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports, wherever you are. Your team plays here.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Hi, this is Ray Hudson, and for all the biggest matches from club soccer's Holy Grail, the UEFA Champions League, tune in to Sirius XM FC 157.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on Sirius XM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Andrew Kisner to lead it off for the Rangers against Greg Weissert, who is on the ball club to open the season in Seattle. Casas, who struck out, stays in the game. He's at first base. Good to get a little snippet from Richard Fitz as the pitch to Kisner is a strike. You could tell, Lou. And it means the world to him to have been on this mound in this spot and to make that kind of impression. Weissert is so intriguing. The 0-1 is fouled back. He looks and he pitches like John Schreiber.
I mean, this guy is pure filth. You know, and I know there's questions whether he should be in this pen or not. And I'm like, good God. I mean, you start him down AAA, if something goes happy, you can bring him up. But 95, sweeper, sinker, it's uncomfortable.
0-2, that is major gas at 94. It's funny, Lou, we've wondered from afar now for, what, a decade, as all these teams seem to have the ability to have guys like this who blow smoke, who've got great breaking balls, who come out of seemingly nowhere and can be effective in the big leagues. The 0-2 is strike three called on the outside corner, has 96 on the black.
That's just nasty.
But the point is, he longed for the ability to have this, and all of a sudden you wake up one morning and the Red Sox have 5 or 6 guys that look the part.
Well, different angles too, different looks. Like Weisert's really closed off. He's got that Schreiber kind of three-quarter delivery. Really looks so much like him.
One down here is the left-handed hitting Tavares, and he takes strike one.
You know, Schreiber was really good for you a couple years. Last year just had some issues locating, wasn't the same guy, didn't get really used in those high leverage spots as much.
Looks like easy velocity for Weissert too. That one misses down and in, 1-1.
Well, this guy again, having different guys come out of the pen will give you different looks. I think is important. You don't want cookie cutter, everybody look the same.
1-1. Swing and a miss. He's got a different set position. His right foot obviously is nestled up against the rubber, and then his left front foot, he brings it all the way over to the third base side with the toe pointing to center field. His hips totally closed off. The 1-2, wow, just outside. That is sweeper, 2-2. Do you think that makes it more deceptive for the hitter?
Yeah, I think it does. A lot of guys turn that foot in too to maybe keep that hip or that leg turned in to stay back, stay closed a little bit longer.
2-2. Strike three called on the outside corner. 95 puts them away. This dude is ready to go.
Yeah,
2 down.
He's pure filth. I'll say this. He's not exactly in a great position to field the baseball when he's done. Because that right leg sort of spins, and almost on his follow through, his body's facing second. So in a comebacker, that could get interesting. He's not going to be Maddox out there in the mound fielding ground balls.
Not quite Bob Gibson, but you're right. There's another beautiful 93-mile-an-hour sinker, strike one. I don't care if he fields his position if he throws it like this.
This is the guy that I would never want to face. Just closed off, across his body, three-quarter, wiffle ball slider.
0-1 at the feet of Marcus Semien. That's strike two.
And then when you get that right there, 94, 95, 96-mile-an-hour fastball with really good sink, you do what Semien did, and that's just hammer the ball off your shin. And you're just wondering, get me to the opening day. This guy here, how about him? 162 games last year. He just plays every game.
Alex Suarez said that Trevor Story told him a number of games he wants to play this year. 0-2. Pitch. Little bit outside with a grunt, a la Schreiber. That one missed, and it's 1-2. Alex said, if we get that number, we're in business.
Yeah, I think, to me, 162 is kind of crazy, but 155 would make me be like, oh, okay, just 7 games off.
1-2. Fouled off again. Good sweeper. He's making Semien paddle. He's got the benefit of the shadows right in the middle of the plate, and it's 1-2. It was always hard. Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing in the world to do in pro sports. 1-2. The pitch. This ball is hammered foul. But I think, Lou, from the time you retired till now, it's even harder. You see so many more pitchers. All of them specialize. They throw harder. I don't know how anybody does it.
No, the only thing I would get your hands in a good hitting position, load with the body, and see the baseball, and good luck.
1-2 is ripped into the gap in left center field. Rafael glides to his right. He can't get there. That's a hit. Semien trying for second. The throw is not in time. And it's a double for Marcus Semien. And that's the other thing that Greg Weitz will learn. As great as he's been, at this level against that hitter, you make one mistake, it goes a ways.
Yeah, this was 94. Absolutely split the plate. Last hitter was just living on the edges. You can be deceptive. You can have a good fastball, but if it's going to split the plate, it's going to get hit like that.
It's Corey Seager, and a skied fly into left field that'll end the inning, assuming the sun isn't a factor. Reaching up to make the play is Mark Contreras, and the inning is over. So Duran is gone, and the Red Sox put the Rangers away in the 5th. 2-0 Boston of the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Network.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
In Maine, visit MB Tractor and Equipment in Elliott, Gorham, and Fairfield, or Wallingford Equipment in Auburn. John Sewer and Drain Cleaning is the name to know when your drains don't flow. John Sewer is also hiring technicians at their Norwood location to handle growing demand in southeastern Mass. To join New England's most experienced team, go online to johnsewer.com to apply today.
We get the job done.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Bobby Dahlbeck to lead it off for the Red Sox against a new lefty, Chasen Shreve, whom we saw last night. Tigers and Reds a year ago. Shreve throws, and Bobo had a tough time to pitch, rather hit. Sees one from sunlight into shadow. Fastball misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, this is going to get tough here the next few innings. Basically, the hitter, the catcher, and the third baseman are in the shadows.
1-0 is a strike, so maybe, just maybe, we'll have some quick outs.
Yeah, it's going to just kind of continue to go into more of the infield. Eventually, you see the left fielder in the shadows, maybe the shortstop, and then it's going to get real difficult.
Let's head to Seattle. Reese McGuire and Bobby Dahlbeck could be happy about that. The pitch is swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. Bobby makes Arizona his home now, but of course, his dad had traveled all over the world to be an Atlantic Records executive. Since Seattle, the time Bob came into the world. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's got the shades on, does Dahlbeck. Pitch is fouled off. Stays 1-2. Make Easter extra special this year at Shaw's and Star Market. Fresh savings on whole pineapple, fresh asparagus, and more. And in the meat department, Spiral Ham is on sale. Easter bunny cakes for dessert and fresh tulips for decoration. Shaw's Star Market is perfecting the art of fresh. 1-2. High fly ball into right field. Carter just in front of the warning track. He's got the shades on. He makes the play. And Dahlbeck is gone, one away.
Yeah, it's always interesting the first few weeks, kind of get an idea of the game situations, real game situations, the scenarios Cora has in his mind and how to use guys. When you think about, I think about pinch running. Costas is the only guy in pinch running for, right? Reese McGuire, another one.
On the whole team.
On the whole team.
Maybe this guy, too. Here's Masataka, who takes a strike on the outside corner.
But pinch running your DH, that's a simple 1-for-1, so it's one of these, like this Reyes pinch run, Rafaela in their pinch run, Dahlbeck go to first, Reyes stay at first. You just sort of see these things the first couple weeks of the season.
One is swung on and missed. They got some pieces they can move around. I mean, in Rafaela and in Reyes in particular, they got some Swiss Army knives that can play all over the place.
Before the game, Cora still talking about the outfield moving around, and Duran, I asked him, I'm like, what's the alignment in the outfield for Duran to play in right? Because I just don't see it. I don't know why you'd put O'Neill in left or Abreu in left and Duran in right field.
2 is fouled off.
Both those guys would, to me, the only right fielders I'm going to see in this starting lineup would be O'Neill and Abreu. Now, things get weird late. Pinch running, pinch hitting, I get it. But I don't know why you'd ever have Abreu or O'Neill in left with Duran in right field. Those guys have much stronger arms.
1-2. Low and outside. I mean, I guess it's conceivable that on a really weird day after, 10 games in a row, both Abreu and O'Neill could be off. And then, maybe something strange is happening where Pablo's in the outfield, or when Rob Refsnyder returns, the 1-2. Inside it hit him, and you hope he's okay. I mean, this time it's a nightmare. Where'd that get him? On the elbow?
Right in the try, I think, which is probably the best spot to get it. Maybe above that elbow guard. He's got one on that arm, but
shaking the arm out. He gives Alex Gore the thumbs up.
Yeah, top of that tricep shoulder area, which is fine. Even if that shoulder tightens up a little bit, he probably won't be throwing the baseball on Thursday night.
Here's the pitch to Willier that could be a double play. They flip to second for one, over to first, not in time. Now with the way Abreu runs, Seager fielded through to a new Texas second baseman. It wasn't hit all that hard, and in fact, Abreu got a little bit jammed on that play. Seager's so smooth. He was aligned up the middle playing Abreu to pull, which made it even less likely they would do that and turn the double play. Let's see who the new Rangers second baseman is our buddy Justin Foscue. And they're 2 down for Jamie Westbrook, and that will do it for yet another Red Sox starter. Valdez is done. Westbrook hitting for him as Jamie takes outside, ball 1.
It is interesting, though. When you think about the entire roster, 13 position players, and we're talking Casas, Reese McGuire, and Yoshida, the only guys you pinch run for.
Whereas last year, you hardly had anybody who could pinch run and improve what was a very slow team. 1-0 is in the dirt. It's totally different.
Yeah. And, you got versatility in the outfield. You got 4 guys, Abreu, and it sounds to me like Abreu may be an odd man out. I mean, he's gonna play, but it's almost like there's certain types of pitchers that they feel like that they're gonna play him against. Almost protect him a little bit.
2-0 is fouled off.
And a lot of this just sort of reading between the lines. I think his comments sometimes with Corey, kind of the way he talks about certain things, and they go Neil, as long as he's healthy, you want to give him some days off, and obviously Abreu slides in there, but I bet you it's Rafaela, Duran, and O'Neill a lot.
2-1. Upstairs. Abreu's a more advanced hitter than Rafaela, but for this team, especially in center field, defense is the priority.
And that's why I think Rafael will get some days, or maybe play at second base so you can get the Duran in center, O'Neill in left, Abreu in right. So there's plenty of opportunities there.
3-1 is a strike to Westbrook. Abreu had a pretty big lead there at first base. He will certainly be running here. 3-2 with 2 down. Rafaela is out on deck. Westbrook has had an impressive spring training. Couple home runs. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses, and he is gone. Splitter from Shreve, and the inning is over. Bottom of the 6th coming up next. 2-0 Red Sox. Winkowski out of the bullpen. We return. Jaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
The NBA playoffs are right around the corner, and you can hear the best matchups and wall-to-wall coverage on NBA Radio Channel 86.
Driving through the rim, got there, lays it up and in!
We're getting you ready for the postseason with our experts all day, every day.
This is what playoff basketball is, man. This ain't about pretty stuff.
Defensively, they have 0 weaknesses.
The NBA postseason starts April 16th, and your home for all the action is NBA Radio Channel 86 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Every day, thousands of Comcast engineers and technologists like Oluseyi put people at the heart of everything they create.
Some of my favorite moments throughout my life are watching sports with my dad. Now I work at Comcast as part of the team that created our AI highlights technology, which uses AI to detect the major plays in a sports game.
And now, millions of sports fans will never miss a moment. Visit ComcastCorporation.com to learn more.
Make some smart investments this spring with a fresh wardrobe from Charles Tyrrell. The London brand make it their business to help men look sharp and feel good. They're famous for their superior shirts and fine linen in a huge range of styles to wear from work to the weekend. They even have a 6-month return guarantee. Exclusive to MLB listeners, head to ctshirts.com and use code BASEBALL to get 30% off all shirts, linen, and polos. That's ctshirts.com, promo code BASEBALL, or visit one of their stores today.
Hi, this is Alexa. Did you know you can listen to this game on devices with Amazon Alexa? Download the SiriusXM app, then tell me to play the Red Sox on SiriusXM.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on SiriusXM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Winkowski, who is making his 7th appearance of spring training, 4th out of the bullpen. His first pitch to Evan Carter is fastball high for ball 1. Pablo Reyes, the shortstop. Jamie Westbrook at second. Dahlbeck at third with Casas at first. The 1-0 is low. Well, Kolasvari is the catcher. And it's 2-0.
Rafael, the only starter, still out there. Although Reyes started at first, he's moved to short.
Velocity so up last year, and Winkowski, a dominant reliever. Here's a missile into center field. Diving catch by Rafaela. Superman grab. Whoa, he took one away there, and there's one down.
Wow, what a jump. This was a line drive rocket. What a great jump and straight line to this ball for Ceddanne Rafaela. Yeah, honestly, there was a moment last year at the end of the year and even early in camp, and I'm like, I'm waiting for it. I'm still waiting. I know everybody keeps telling me that I trust that this kid is elite in center field, and I hadn't seen it.
You have now. Here's the pitch to Garcia, and that's ball 1.
And I would say this last trip for me, 10, 12 days of camp, I'm starting to see it almost all the time. And it's good to see, because just like he was playing a little tight, kind of young, nervous. Now he looks relaxed. That was really impressive going getting it.
I think that's the best play he's made in a Red Sox uniform. The jump, the line, the dive, the grab. It's 1-1 after a foul ball. I've told you that scouts have told us he's going to win a Gold Glove as Garcia takes high. Another scout said, literally, quite literally, he is not gradable on the scale that we have. That's how much he can impact the game defensively. 2-1. Swing and a miss. He challenged him, did Winkowski. You cannot overestimate the significance of plays like that, especially if this is a regular season game in the 6th inning. It's 2-0. Instead of a leadoff double, you got an out.
Last year, Adam Duvall was in center field. He's a Gold Glove corner outfielder, not a center fielder. It's a big difference. the ball gets down. Maybe he gets by him on the turf. It's a double leadoff, triple.
2-2. On the ground toward third. Dahlbeck is very good over there. He backhands and throws to first. 2 down.
And I just don't, I don't think we got so much on the pitching at times, but I don't think people realize how important those plays are. Like, it's a leadoff double, maybe even a triple in a one-run game late. Instead, it's a nice, easy 1-2 inning here so far. It's not over yet, but it changes the whole dynamic of everything.
Here's Josh Young. Bottom 6, 2 down. Sox lead 2-0. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. There's that good cutter. That was a breathtaking play.
Yeah. And I mean, Rafaela in center, Duvall in center, Duran in left, Yoshida in left. I mean, the comparisons, how many hits we...
And you got O'Neill out there, too, as Young swings and misses. It's 0-2.
But at least you got great play in right field. And I think that kind of continues. You got 2 guys out there that can play it. But center field, left field, shortstop, that whole area is like... Last year was just hit after hit, and it was constantly like, wow, it was a good effort, good try, and would have been a great play, just wasn't made.
0-2. Just outside with a 94-mile-an-hour. They call it changeup. I don't think that's what that is from Winkowski, but it is 1-2.
Yeah, it's a sinker, 94. It's a hard changeup.
Yeah, like a Aroldis Chapman change. The 1-2 is a little looper into right field. No chance for Abreu. Young just muscled that one into the outfield, and he's aboard with a 2-out hit. It's a truism. Baseball teams that win are built through the middle. And with Wong, Story, Rafaela, the Red Sox have a better trio there than they have in a long, long time.
Yeah, this is a very good Texas lineup. Some guys that have proven themselves in October. Just coming off last memories. We know that. They got some question marks in the rotation, the bullpen. And when you look at these two teams, the biggest separator for Texas, they're just an elite defensive team. Not much of a difference here. They got a guy in Evaldi that's been there before. He's a workhorse. I get it. There's some injury concerns there, yet these guys are still picked to kind of be in contention of that division and be a playoff team.
Langford has doubled twice. 2-0 Red Sox in the 6th, and Winkowski misses outside. Someone is up in the bullpen. Wink has now thrown 14 pitches. You would imagine that it'll be Martin next and then Kenley, just to be sure they can pitch here today. 2-0 is inside.
Well, it's one of the reasons why you never in spring training save a closer for the 9th unless it's some kind of an agreement. You're sitting here 2-0 ball game, also a 3-run shot in the 8th, and now you can't get your closer in for the bottom of the 9th. So you imagine you get Martin, Jansen in some order in the 7th and 8th.
3-0 to Langford is ball 4. Just a tremendous player, Wyatt Langford. We've seen why today. Alex Cora is coming out of the game. Wow, they really wanted to ratchet Winkowski back. They've stretched him out in camp. Of course, he made the 3 starts, but this makes a ton of sense to me. Just get him feeling okay. One last trip to the mound, arm working in a real sense, and they're going to go to the pen.
Yeah, that's all.
Right here.
Get his little work in. Hopefully it was going to be 1 inning in that 15 to 18 pitch range, and it was going to be that no matter what. Whether he got 3 outs, 1 out, 2 outs, whatever it takes, we're taking him out after 18 to 20 pitches.
I think Hageman is coming on for the Red Sox. It is 2-0 Boston, 2 outs in the 6th after this on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Tonight we're focusing in on Zoom with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Ah, a baby tiger. Check out his claws as he prepares to pounce on that frog. Close one, but not as close as this Zoom. We can literally count the whiskers and... Oh, look, Mum's here. Good thing I'm nowhere nearby. Go wild with Galaxy AI on the new S24 Ultra and zoom in on the epic day or night.
Get yours now at Samsung.com.
This is Ty Law, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit AvivaTrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
Justin Hageman is on for the Red Sox here, and he'll see Jared Walsh with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Red Sox. Pitch, swing and a miss by Walsh. 85-mile-an-hour cutter at the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-1. Just another bullpen arm, new to the system, who's been brilliant in spring training. 8 appearances. As a line hopper into left field is going to send the runner home. The throw is cut off by Dahlbeck, and a base hit by Jared Walsh. And the Rangers are within a run. It is 2-1.
Yeah, and this, I said it's spring training. It's Mark Contreras out in left field, but to me, up 2 runs, there's really no reason to throw this ball home. Instead, all you did was give Wyatt Langford an opportunity to go first to third, and now a ball in the dirt ties this ball game up.
If that throw goes to third, the inning is over.
The inning is over, and they get one. It's 2-1. And we saw too much of it last year. Again, like I said, Contreras in the outfield wasn't like it was Duran or Rafael or Abreu, O'Neill. But Red Sox gave away too many bases by making the wrong throw or inaccurate throws.
Here's a pitch that is a little bit outside for ball 1.
You can say, man on third, you still got to tie the game up. But hey, you could have a double steal here. There's so many more opportunities. Ball in the dirt gets by the catcher. Instead of second and third, it's a tie ball game.
1-0 is popped up on the right side of the infield. Coming in is Casas with the shades on, right on the line of shade, and he's there to make the play. And Hageman limits the damage. 2-1 after 6. Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% on your choice of any 3 or more A.O. Smith water heaters. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Visit us for the materials you need. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at Lowe's.com/credit for details. U.S. only.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Want more speed? Then you're in luck, because Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. Plus, with super fast internet and a reliable connection, you can do more of what you love whenever you want. More gaming, more downloading, more video chatting, and more cozy nights on the couch streaming your favorite movies and TV shows. If life with double the speed is sounding pretty awesome, that's because it is. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. That's double the speed for half the price. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed.
Alvarez is going to pinch hit for Cedar Rafael, who just made a brilliant diving catch in the 6th inning. We are 3 innings away from the end of spring training. The Red Sox got to be feeling very good about maximizing the guys they do have on their rosters so far in this camp. As Eddie Alvarez takes strike 1 on the inside corner.
Well, Raphael will get off his feet. He can go now pack. His camp is over. He earned the job in center field. Now you can worry about start focusing on the Seattle Mariners.
0-1. He is outside. I always think this is one of the real fun flights of the whole year. Now, it's a little different because the Red Sox have decided that some of the families can come to Seattle just for that first jaunt of the road trip. The 1-1 is swung on a miss, which is really good. That's an adjustment made by Alex Cora and Craig Breslow to allow guys to be around their wives and kids a little bit longer. But as they take that first flight as the group that's made the team with all the possibility of a season as a 1-2 misses outside, there is a different feeling around a club.
Yeah. Well, these guys breaking camp for the first time.
2-2. Swinging a little looper into right field. It hangs up. The play is made. One down. Let's take 10 seconds for Station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on Sirius XM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Fleming, Lou Merloni. Stan Bruno back in the WEEI studios. Bill Geyer is here with us, as always. Setting up the headset in the clubhouse, taping my mic stand to the counter. We got a little unusual setup here as Colas Very takes pitch off the plate, 1-1. Most counters in the big leagues have a hole in them to drill these really weird hockey puck type mic stands in. They don't have one here in Texas, so we make do. As Colas Very takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
Well, this place is a beautiful ballpark.
It is.
Not so sure they can get us up any higher.
No. Everything is bigger in Texas, and that is certainly true here. 1-2 is outside. The one issue I have, other than the broadcast position, which is way, way too high, is if you're trying to get anywhere in this yard, it just takes too long, especially from the upper levels where we are. 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss, and he blew him away, did Sampson. And there is quickly 2 away. Like, if you're trying to just walk around and go to the third, fourth, second level, there's no stairs or escalators that can get you there.
That's a big place.
So 2 down. Here's Pablo Reyes, and he takes pitch outside from Sampson. Ball 1.
I'll say it's high, but I think we came last year after we came from Washington. And I don't think you can get any higher than that. That's the highest I've ever seen in my life.
Pittsburgh is bad, too, as Reyes takes outside. Ball 2.
Man.
We understand why. Real estate down there a little bit lower is now primarily used for club level and corporate suites, things of that nature. The 2-0 is outside. Ball 3. We are happy that Fenway did not make that choice.
Yeah, like I'm not used to ever, like, being up in the booth. I haven't done all that much, but there wasn't one single fly ball pop-up that was close to us height-wise. Everything was below. Like a sky fly ball to the infield to the shortstop, it was still below us at its height.
His apex.
3-1
to Pablo Reyes. 2-1 Red Sox in the top of the 7th. Pitch is outside. Ball 4. It just takes a little while to adjust to reading balls off the bat.
It's a hard call. Even here, it's a hard call. Sometimes you see a ball hit and you look up, say, oh, that ball's driven. You see that left fielder running in for it.
It's a hard call for some.
Glad you have to do it. I just sort of wait for you to do it, and then be like, dude, that was obviously a line drive. What are you talking about?
Here's Mark Contreras. Beautiful broadcast position in Seattle as Mark from the left side takes ball 1.
That's one of my favorite parks.
We go from one of the best to the worst in Oakland.
Yep.
And then I think, for my money, the very best broadcast position in the sport in Anaheim.
Really?
Yeah.
Haven't been out there.
Detroit is awesome. San Francisco is great as a pitch. Instead, as a throw to first, Reyes dives back in head first. Right in the middle, low, behind home plate. And the best thing about Southern California is it never rains, so there are not windows. They don't exist. It's just open air. 1-0 to Contreras. The pitch inside, ball 2.
Get Kenley Jansen. He's going to have the 7th for the Sox. Getting up there, getting loose. You would think Martin's going to come behind him in the 8th. Got somebody else. Hageman maybe for that 9th inning if it comes to it.
Here's a pitch to Contreras that also misses inside. And that is ball 3. Pitch right there on the inside corner. So far for the Red Sox, Fitz for 3 1/3 was awesome. Campbell dominant for 2/3. Weissert really good. Winkowski got a couple outs, and then Hageman closed out the 6th. Now we got 7th for Jansen, presumably the 8th for Martin, and then we'll see. The 3-1 is fouled out of play on the third base side. But all in all, I mean, really, it's been the story for a week, Lou, but particularly these 2 days here in Texas, the pitching has been phenomenal.
Pitching been really good against a good lineup. Right? That's spent all year talking about that.
3-2 is a line drive up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Pablo around second. He heads for third, and he is there. That'll mean something to Mark Contreras, and it's also significant because now you get a chance with a couple men aboard for Tristan Casas.
Yeah. Then I mentioned the last 3 games, Braves and 2 against this team here. It's 2 of the better lineups in baseball. So spring training, it matters who it's against. You know, if you're out there putting up 8-9 runs up against a double-A pitcher, well, you should. You know, and if you're out here hitting home runs off a double-A pitcher and you're a triple-A player, then you should. Not you should, but you know what I mean. The level is not there, but they're doing it against A lineups. They're going deep, and they're throwing the ball well and swinging it well.
Shouldn't look like Fitz or Campbell or Hageman intimidated by the 4 decks here in this ballpark. They look the part.
Well, Hageman's a guy that had a really nice camp, and Cora talking about the 40-man depth. And then you got other guys like Hageman and Cam Boozer, the lefty, that he still loves, aren't even on that 40-man. And I feel they feel comfortable about both of them if they have to reach down that far.
He kept emphasizing before the game today they got a couple of days to make these moves, and they will be watching the waiver wire, will the Red Sox. Here is Casas. 2 on, 2 out. Red Sox by a run, 2-1 in the 7th. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 1.
I'd be really surprised if they didn't add a player or 2 before the season starts on that, claiming guys off waivers. They have a couple of guys they can put on the 60-day IL, and not that they necessarily have to be on this big league roster. You can claim a guy.
1-0. Tristan takes a ball.
I guess if they're getting taken off the roster, they're probably out of options as well. So I still expect them to be active.
2 balls and no strikes. Tristan, he's looking to unload right here. Here's the pitch. And a good take. Ball 3-0. Lou and I were talking to Buster Olney before the game on the field. Buster's here to do the game Thursday, the opener. Cubs and Rangers will raise the World Series flag, and Tristan walked up to the 3 of us. And he said something that I legitimately think he believes and is true. The 3-0 is outside. That's ball 4. He looked at Buster Olney and he said, "I recognize you, but I don't know your name."
Yeah.
Which is just beautiful.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but I do recognize you.
Isn't that so great?
Buster Olney, ESPN.
On TV every week. The most, I think, he and Passon on television, the 2 most recognizable reporting faces, wouldn't you say?
And doing it for a long time. Passon lately has become like maybe that lead guy. I don't know, but Buster's been doing it for so long with so much respect.
Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. He's keyed into everything. Always fun to check in with Buster. And, Buster said to Casas, how often do you get told you look like Killian? And Casas said, who? Cillian Murphy, the guy just won the Oscar for Best Actor for his role in Oppenheimer.
She's like, some guy, I don't know his name, has asked me about some guy I've never heard of before.
0-1. He said, I thought it was Cillian, but no, I've not gotten that. And then he really got me. He said, I have been told that I look like the bully in Toy Story.
Yeah.
Which then you step back, it's so funny as Dahlbeck swings and misses at a curveball, and it's 1-2.
I think he said Jimmy Kimmel, too, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't see that one.
No, but the bully in Toy Story was a good one. He's like, you know, the guy that put, what's his name? Woody on the rocket. He's something else.
Tristan would never do that. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Dahlbeck is gone, and so are the Sox. Stretch time in Texas. 2-1 Boston. Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Major League Baseball's opening day is Thursday, and every pitch of the season is on Sirius XM.
This team never stops.
Hear your hometown announcers on the all-new Sirius XM app.
They celebrate at home plate.
And talk baseball every day with our team of former players and executives on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89.
There's just something about opening day of the Major League Baseball season.
Get closer to the action on Sirius XM and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Ever notice what happens when your home is beautifully organized? You have more space, more room to breathe. At California Closets, our designers know just what questions to ask to create exactly what you want. Your personalized experience includes custom design and installation to deliver a result that truly reflects your style and needs. That's the California Closets difference. We call it practical magic. Book your free design consultation today at californiaclosets.com.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed. Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. During our spring sales event, special offers are available through April 30th. Schedule your home painting project today and bring happiness home. We proudly use Sherwin-Williams paint.
Tune to Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 all year long to hear expert opinions and analysis from former players, coaches, and executives.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on Sirius XM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
That's a big moment for the Red Sox as they build to the regular season. Kenley Jansen is on for the fourth time in spring training, facing Travis Jankowski. And the first pitch is a cutter for his strike. We will watch the radar gun. 90 miles an hour there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, it's set it up a little bit higher, but again, we can get back to the point of hopefully him being healthy and him just being dominant and effective.
0-1. Line drive into center field. It'll hang up, though, and the play is made out there. One away. Nice casual grab in center field by Contreras, who's moved from left to right. One down for Kenley.
That one there was 91. Closers are a different breed. That's one of the reasons why they come in. It's not a closing situation. They just struggle. They need it. They need the adrenaline. They need the ninth. They need to know it means everything in the game.
Here is Justin Foscue, and he can't stop his swing 0-1. And so you're saying is that one's 93? Maybe. I mean, you just can't fabricate the adrenaline here.
You're out there getting loose. You look out in the stands, and his place is about a quarter full. Come running in here, you know it's just one more game before we get on the road when it means something.
0-1 is swung on a miss. That's why in many ways tomorrow is more important for Kenley than today.
Yeah. You know, you got a long flight out to Seattle after you play. Like, make sure that back is okay getting off the plane, get some heat on it, maybe some treatment. And wake up, feel fine, and be ready to go. And then when that game comes in, it's adrenaline. So that's one of those things where right now you can worry about his health. And if he's healthy, you go out there and you hope you see a little bump and some stuff, velocity-wise, and put a W on the board.
0-2 is up and in. It is very hard for Kenley Jansen to find beds that work for him in hotels. He oftentimes stays somewhere different from the team because like he needs his own mattress. He's a massive man. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was really good. 93 with a cutter. That looked like last year, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, that was really good location, too. Kind of cutter up and in. That's a real tough pitch to get to for a hitter. And it might have been a strike right in that upper inside corner.
He was just so fabulous last year, was Kenley. Here's Josh Smith, the left-handed hitter, and Kenley misses with a slider high, ball 1. He joined the all-time great ranks of Red Sox closers in terms of dominant single seasons. Of course, did not appear in the postseason. The 1-0 is outside, ball 2. He's so used to that with the Dodgers.
Ever seen like him and Turner every year. They've been in the playoffs. Every year.
But he was just so dependable for the Red Sox. It was Kenley. Bouts with injury. 2-0. High.
You know, the crazy thing, too, we were talking, I think it was the other day we brought it up. As you said, he only threw 44 innings. 44 and 2/3 innings. Now, you're a closer, you can only won 78 ball games, but you sure like to see that number up in that high 50s, mid 50s.
I can only remember 1 or 2 times that he went more than 1 inning, as the 3-0 is a strike. They were so reluctant to bring him on, even to get the last out in the 8th in a huge jam.
Yeah.
2-1 Sox in the 7th. 3-1 is popped up. Left side of the infield, Bobby Dahlbeck in foul territory by the coach's box as it drifts back. Is there. Make the play. That was really good for Kenley Jansen. Ratcheted it up a little bit, and he gets through. After 7, 2-1 Red Sox in the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Network.
Get ready. This week, Staples has deals so good, you're going to want to sit down. Are you sitting? I'll wait. Great. Right now, during Staples Sit-a-thon, you can save up to $180 on select chairs. That's up to $180 off desk chairs, up to $180 off computer chairs, and up to $180 off gaming chairs. So hurry into Staples now for the Staples Sit-a-thon and grab a seat or 2. Ends 3/2. In-store only. See associate for details.
Hi, it's Sean McDonough inviting you to join me on the Greg Hill Show every Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll talk about the top stories of the week in Boston sports, and we'll have some laughs, too. All presented by Ketchus Law Group, New England's injury pros at KetchusLaw.com.
Jones and Mega with Arcan is brought to you by BetterHelp. Have you ever heard that old saying, friendship is a two-way street? Well, it's true, and what it really means is this. Even the relationships that bring you the most fun require a little work from time to time. The good news is therapy can be a place to help you maintain your longtime friendships and build new ones. My own experiences in therapy have made me a better communicator and more present listener. It's also great if you tend to have trouble saying no and setting boundaries, things I struggle with myself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Become your own soulmate, whether you're looking for one or not. Visit BetterHelp.com/Mego today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Mego.
Adrian Sampson continuing in the game for the Red Sox and a first pitch for a strike to a guy that Lou had a long conversation with before the game today.
This is Mickey Gasper.
Mickey. Pitch is low and in. Cool moment for him. That's a hell of a mustache. He's batting for Yoshida. Took one in the dirt. It's 1-1.
It's nice for him. Mickey came over from the Yankees organization, Merrimack High School, went to Bryant College.
Look at you. Not far from my home is curveball in there, 1-2.
Local guy. I talked to the local man. So he's excited to be down in Portland working with Chad Epperson, who he knows growing up in the area. Actually, Eppy was one of his catching instructors as a kid.
Good take. It's 2-2.
Works a lot with the great Steve Lemazny. In the Peabody area with his...
Yeah, you guys were vibing, and now I know why. You and the Mick. It could at least put his name up on the video board. Here's a ground ball up the middle into center field. That's a knock for the Rhode Island kid. Beautiful thing. That's a base hit. Cool moment for him. Gasper is aboard to lead off the 8th.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy to get in that bat he was hoping for. I asked him if he's going to be catching. He said, I think last night was his chance, depending on how many innings Reese was going to go. But Gasper gets in there to pinch hit for Yoshida, picks up a knock.
I called him a Rhode Island kid. That's not really fair. He's from New Hampshire, but
yeah,
I'll take him. Bryant, you know.
Went to Bryant, so yeah. It's like me being a Rhode Island kid. Because I went to Providence.
We're also very happy to adopt you, Lou.
Providence's own?
That's it.
Doesn't have the same ring. My first name is Framingham's own.
Let's just say this. There's space in your heart for both.
Last name Loomer.
0-1 to Willier Abreu, who takes high and outside. Mickey Gasper, 28 years old. Yeah, he said, I was in the bullpen a lot last night. I'm hoping to stay in the dugout the whole game, and that's why he wanted to play.
Yeah. That's kind of Core also recognizing it.
Very cool. 1-1. He does not miss anything, Lou.
You got all these kids here. Everybody's gotten in all these games. You mentioned didn't bring too many, but you did bring 4 catchers, Kolesvari and Mickey Gasper. So you're not going to put him behind the dish because you got other guys getting that work in. They know these pitchers in camp a little bit more than Mick has. So give him that bat.
It's outside, but like big things end small. He creates a pinch hitting situation for Casas. He gets Campbell into a game when he didn't need to in between an inning. In the middle of one. And then on the far end of the spectrum, to get Gasper ahead is very cool. 3-1. That's outside. It sounds like called a strike, actually. That was borderline. Abreu can't believe it. It sounds like a stupid thing, but I almost want to take the headset off, go down the hallway, and get the Rangers people to put Gasper's name up on the video board. It matters. Right now it still says Yoshida.
Well, he is not Yoshida.
Maybe for a guy like that, don't you think that?
Yeah.
That's a real thing. 3-2. Pitch. Willier takes ball 4. That one actually called a ball. Yeah, we meant to have you do a little play-by-play. You are going to do the bottom of the 8th. That's for sure.
Oh, God, you're killing me. There's no home runs. Man, I butchered.
In this part.
Shugard's home run. Sogard, Nick.
He did not.
I butchered it. I knew he had popped from the left side. I didn't know he had popped from the right. He shocked me. Here comes Boch again. Come on, Boch.
This is even better. Now we got 2 on. Red Sox batting. Bochy's going to make a pitching change. And when we return, Lou Merlone will have the play-by-play. It's 2-1 Red Sox over the Rangers. A rally is a-brewing for Kolesvari and Eddie Alvarez right after this in the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Tonight we're focusing in on Zoom with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Ah, a baby tiger. Check out his claws as he prepares to pounce on that frog. Close one, but not as close as this Zoom. We can literally count the whiskers and... Oh, look, Mum's here. Good thing I'm nowhere nearby. Go wild with Galaxy AI on the new S24 Ultra and zoom in on the epic day or night.
Get yours now at Samsung.com.
This is Ty Law, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit AvivaTrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
Is it time for a new kitchen? Visit the CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington. Discover Schrock Cabinetry at our newly renovated kitchen showroom. Whether you're looking for designer-inspired color or intelligent storage, Schrock is your trusted brand and comes with a limited lifetime warranty. You create the kitchen of your dreams with our kitchen designers. Visit the CCL showroom in Abington or go online to cclco.com and start your Schrock Dream Kitchen journey today. CCL is proud to be 100%
New pitcher for the Rangers is Shane Green, veteran. Bruce Bochy going out to that bullpen, first and second here. Nobody out. Barrelman, Jamie Westbrook steps up to the plate. I don't know what it takes to put barrel man on your bats. I mean, you better be barreling a lot, as Jamie Westbrook has on his bat. Missed with the first pitch. Here's the 1-0 from Green. That's a lot. Here's the 1-1 from Green to Westbrook. Hanging slider, swung through that one. 1-2 count. Gasper is on second base after his hit. Wilyer Abreu drew the walk. He is on first. Sox up 2-1 in this one here. Top of the 8th. Here's the 1-2 from Green. Slider down the dirt. Westbrook, nice job laying off of it. Those shadows now pretty much almost splitting the infield, pretty much going from the edge of the first base dugout on deck circle area, covering shortstop.
Chris Martin up in the bullpen.
And short, third, left field, all in the shade. So the view for the hitter, pitcher still in the shade, not so bad. It's a 2-2 from Green. Slider way off the plate. Westbrook lays off it, runs it to 3-2. Couple more innings. Chris Martin's up in the 8th. We'll see who closes this thing out for the Red Sox, but I think once Martin comes out of the game, you'll be breathing a little bit easier. Here's the 3-2 from Green. Swung, hit hard, right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Gasper's going to be sent home from Hudson, third base coach, and barrel man Jamie Westbrook with a hard line drive up the middle. That's another RBI. Sox up in this one, 3-1.
That was a barrel. That was cool. The guys in the dugout are thrilled. Gasper gets to score a run.
This ball was smoked right back up the middle. Now you're talking about the scoreboard. It's here in Texas. They have the lineups up. They have put Gasper up there as the designated hitter for Yoshida. So now this is where, if you have it, you sneak the phone out if you're Mickey Gasper.
It's true.
Unfortunately, they say his batting average is 0 when it should say 1,000, because that's the photo I want. As Alvarez steps to the plate, swings through a first pitch slider. Abe Alvarez.
I'm going to take the picture and we will Photoshop it with a white number 1 in front of that decimal point.
I mean, I'm up there. I'm batting 4th for the Boston Red Sox, and my average is 0 when it should be 1,000. Here's the 0-1 to Alvarez. Hanging sliders popped up to left field. Coming in a little shallow. He's got it under control. Well, first out of the inning. A few Ranger fans in this stadium. I mean, I don't know, there might be 8,000-10,000 people, but in a stadium like this, it looks completely empty.
Yep.
Kind of what it looked like getting us ready for Oakland, I would imagine.
About half of this.
Yeah.
Who will be there this year? They know they're moving to Vegas. They've done nothing to the ballpark.
Mark Colesvari stepping in, takes the first slider in there for a strike for Green. Colesvari's behind the plate right now. I believe he's going to be in a very crowded room in AAA as some of those catchers, defensive-minded guy, control the staff. Here's the 0-1. Misses with a breaking ball inside.
Trying to figure out who might get the 9th after Martin. And the only guy, almost legitimately, that makes sense is Lucas Litke. I don't see them going to Bernardino.
Here's the pitch. That's off the end of the bat, lifted to left field, but it's carrying well to the track, under control. He makes the catch. It's the second out of the inning. That ball carried a little bit better. Maybe I had thought, but Colesvari's a pretty strong kid. Thought he got it off the end of the bat, got to the edge of the track. A little hanging breaking ball.
Well, that's why you're so good. From this high perch, it was off the end of the bat, but you knew it because you heard it.
Yeah, you didn't have that sound, right? I'm working at this, Will. I don't know. We're trying to figure this thing out. Here's Pablo Reyes. 2 outs here, top of the 8th. Takes ball 1, the fastball away. Abreu is on second. Westbrook is on first. Sox leading this one 3-1 here, top of the 8th. Globe Life Field out here in Arlington. There's a fly ball. Looks like it's under control here right at the second baseman. Infield fly. This one is going to do it for the bottom of the 8th. But the Red Sox, they get wind on the barrel man's RBI knock up the middle. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Chris Martin will be coming in this one with the Sox leading this one 3-1. You're listening to the Red Sox baseball in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
This is Ty Law, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit avivatrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
You call that a precision stop?
When a rookie stunt driver, just give me a shot, meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all.
Come on, focus.
They'll soon find out that behind the wheel of the Nissan Rogue, with the power of VC turbo and the most fuel-efficient gas-powered engine in its class, watch this, the protege can become a master. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Level up your drive with a low $329 per month lease for 36 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Shop the Nissan sales event. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Auto Pacific segmentation excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2024 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. For well-qualified lessees, 2023 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $35.69 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease send. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 4/1/24.
Head to the bottom of the eighth. Chris Martin on the mound here for the Red Sox. It's the first fastball in there for a strike. Ezekiel Duran here for the Rangers. 37-year-old Martin, born and raised right here in Arlington, Texas. Boy, was he incredible last year. Here's the pitch, the 0-1. Fastball up. Making his third appearance here in camp. There's some issues with him health-wise. A few weeks back, threw some live batting practice, threw 2 pitches, walked off, felt a little something in his groin, didn't think much of it, but looks like he might be ready to go here as the season goes on. His little hanging cutter fouled back. 1-2 count here to Duran. One of the things Martin, I think when he comes on, talking about it the other day, it's some good power, 95, 96 in the backfield. It's glove side. Wants to control that outside corner to righties. You know he's got the great cutter. Fastball sitting around 96. He's got the split that was just fantastic last year. And a little bigger slider to go with it. There's a 1-2 from the big 6'8 righty. That's the split there. Just missed up. It was fantastic last year. 55 games, went 4-1 with a 1.05 ERA and 51 in the third innings for the Red Sox. Here's the 2-2. There's another split. Beat into the ground, just fouled the Dahlbeck. We're going to run it back 2-2. Sox leading this one 3-1 here in the bottom of the eighth. Looks like Chase Sugar warming up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. They might let him give the opportunity to close this one out. We'll be on a plane, was it 4.5 hours to Seattle?
A couple movies. Downloaded some Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Ooh, look at you getting ahead of it. And a couple of adult beverages. It's the 2-2 for Martin. Fastball inside.
Couple.
Fouls it back. 95 from Martin.
Couple.
You have an off day tomorrow. No. And you and I, last I checked, don't have to work out.
You mean on the field?
Oh, on the field.
You'll be on the gym, in the gym.
Of course, I will be. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Slider off the plate, fouled back again by Duran. Well, that's the problem with my whole little clothes mishap. Told my wife, I said, I don't have my sneakers. She's like, is that your excuse for not going to the gym? I said, well, I mean, you know, can't embarrass myself or walk in there in my shoes.
Cole Haan and some gym shorts.
The 2-2 split off the end of the bat. That's going to be foul. Kolesvari jumps up, makes sure of it.
Well, can't she, like, get the table saw out and fabricate you a pair of shoes and overnight them?
Some wooden clogs. Just make me some clogs and ship them out overnight. So that's it. That's the reason. That's the reason why I won't be at the gym the next couple of days. I'll get my clothes hopefully Friday in Seattle. And, of course, I'll be locked in hours upon hours in the gym.
Of course.
Getting in shape. Fouled straight back again at 94 miles an hour. And Ezekiel Duran putting a little at-bat.
Tyler O'Neill will be in there with you.
I will not work out with Tyler O'Neill or Jaron Duran.
No.
If they're in there, I'm leaving.
Yep.
And there's not enough weights really, and usually like the hotel weight rooms for those two guys.
No.
So I don't expect to see them there. Here's the 2-2 from Martin. Another slider fouled back again. That one a little bit up in the zone at 92. Shugart might be getting up there. They may need him this one here. It's another one of those situations where you don't want him throwing too many pitches. He's already at 10 here, his first hitter. 2-2 from Martin. Slider and hits the ground right to Dahlbeck. Gets around it, sets his feet, throws to first in time. Bobby D playing a real good third base all camp long. It's been impressive. It's one of the versatilities. One thing that Cora mentioned when he's talking about him on this club, making this club, is how well he's played defensively at third and first base. Because he can play a little bit of the outfield. Brings up Adolis Garcia. Garcia grounded out in the first, struck out in the fourth, and ground out the third again. As the first pitch pop up, this one's going to stay just outside the infield dirt. Casas underneath it, makes the catch, battling the sun. Long first at bat for Martin, but a quick one here. First pitch out from Garcia. Garcia, we mentioned yesterday, too, coming into camp, coming into the series. 4 for 33 in camp. Now, he did get a double yesterday off of Whitlock, but 0 for 4 here today. If there's any concern, I think Thursday he sort of checks the box, and he'll be just fine. See Hernandez up here now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Jonathan, no, that's a different Hernandez. Elier Hernandez.
No.
Martin gets ahead, he's 0-1. Here comes the pitch.
Ooh.
Slider.
A big year at AAA. This dude hit 19 home runs, drove in 99 AAA.
Those, I think, might have been a little cutter at 90.
Sure.
Last year, that slider's a little bit lower at 85, 86. Here's the pitch. Good split down and in, gets a piece of it.
It got stupid how good Chris Martin was last year.
Well, you know, he's a hitter that, I mean, he's a pitcher that as a hitter, you know he's going to pound the zone. I mean, he's elite when it comes to his walk rate. He doesn't walk many guys at all. So you want to be aggressive. And then he just lives on the edges. He doesn't give you anything to hit early in counts. He's ahead 0-2 here to Rodriguez. Fastball up, held on by Kolesvari, and that is going to do it. Good sign from Chris Martin, just walking off that mound as he gets ready for Thursday as well. We're going to head to the top of the 9th with the Red Sox leading this one 3-1. You're listening to Red Sox Shaws and Star Market. I screwed that up. It's the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
There's a domino effect that takes place when the first person orders a hash brown with a breakfast sandwich. Suddenly, no one in the car can think of a single reason why not to get a little extra crunch. And you'll hear a chorus of, "I'll do the same," from the back seat.
You can't blame your friends for FOMO when they see your toasty, juicy steak, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich. Just let them know they can get their own now from McDonald's. At participating McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When you're headed to Fenway this season, take everyone out to the ball game in a Ford SUV. Your New England Ford dealers have an award-winning lineup of SUVs, including the Bronco Sport, with its iconic styling and standard 4x4 capability, and the Explorer, with seating for up to 7. Check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. Your New England Ford dealers are proud to be an official sponsor of your Boston Red Sox.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires, sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price, offers more free services for life than anywhere else, and Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hi, it's Sean McDonough inviting you to join me on The Greg Hill Show every Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll talk about the top stories of the week in Boston sports, and we'll have some laughs, too. All presented by Ketchus Law Group, New England's injury pros at KetchusLaw.com.
Jose Leclerc in for the Rangers here in the top of the ninth. Hard throwing righty. First pitch smoked. This ball's down the line. Is it going to stay fair ball? It is. It's gone. Mark Contreras with a line drive shot down the right field line. And he takes the first pitch from Contreras. I didn't think this ball was going to get up high enough. Get over that T-Mobile sign down in right field. 326 here at Globe Life. And Contreras starts spring training and spring training off the way he started it with a home run. How about that? My first pitch there, Will, caught me off guard. I wasn't even sure who was hitting.
You got it.
Brings up Tristan Casas. Impressive swing from Contreras. He jumped all over that first pitch from Leclerc, and here's the first one to Casas. This looks like a little cutter back door.
Players are going to start calling for you to do play-by-play all the time, because every single time you do it, the Red Sox hit home runs.
Just not ready for the home run call, Will.
Yeah, you are. That's good.
Unseen hard ground balls. Check swing from Casas. Did he hold up? Yes, he did. On the third base umpire. Sure, Casas would like to end it, too, with a barrel. Whether it's caught or not, but just looking for a good contact here coming out. Ending spring training is the 1-1. Good power. Change up there from Leclerc, 88 miles an hour. That thing has some serious dive action down and away. Casas calls timeout. Sox up 4-1 now here with that Contreras home run leading off the ninth inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Leclerc. Slider in the dirt. He lays off of it. Even to count 2-2. Contreras sitting there talking to Red Sox hitting coach Louis Ortiz.
What a good dude he is.
He really is. You know what a great hitter he was, boy. I was coming through the minor leagues. He was just tearing up AAA.
I mean, it's like, I think he's a career 295 hitter in the minor leagues.
A lot of hits, too, in minor league ball. He's fantastic. 2-2 pitch. Driven to dead center field. This ball's got some carry, but it's going to stay in the yard. It gets just short of the track in center field. Casas maybe just a little off the end of the bat. He's going to end his spring training. Drive to center. That stayed in the yard. 4-10 here to dead center at Globe Life. Janikowski runs underneath it.
When we come back in August, if he does that, it is off the batter's eye.
That ball, look, even in the replay, looked like it was some barrel, just not carrying out to center field. Going to bring up Bobby Dahlbeck. Struck out in the seventh. First pitch cutter in there from Leclerc. 89 miles an hour.
So before the game, I was walking around. I always like, sort of like 20, 30 minutes before the game, just kind of walk around, get a feel for what's going on in the yard. And we had some concert promos going on here today.
Oh, who do we got this summer? It's ground ball to third base, gobbled up by the third baseman across the diamond. A little low, but scooped out. Bobby Dahlbeck is retired. We get 2 outs here at the top of the ninth.
So on June 15th, Chris Stapleton is coming here, which is a show I would come back for in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
I was hoping Luke Combs would be here, but he's going to Houston and San Antonio and Austin city limits.
Wow.
Have you ever been to ACL? If not, you need to go.
Austin.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is this music festival that's on these fields. It's outside. It's 2 days. It's spectacular.
Well, I haven't been to the festival.
Got to do it.
But I have been to Austin. Absolutely fantastic. Here's Mick Gasper. And they still haven't updated his batting average. The man is hitting 1,000. He's ahead 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fast, a little change up off the plate. Gasper ahead of this one 2-0. I think he was with the Yankees. Bryant College, Merrimack, New Hampshire.
I'm taking the picture. We're going to find a way to get it to him.
Boy, misses that sinker. Leclerc, he's got a ton of movement, doesn't he?
Well, they need more velocity for him this year. I mean, it was 91, 92 last year, and he was not reliable in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's 94 right there with pretty good sink. Looks like Chase Sugar continues to throw for the Red Sox. I love the bottom of the ninth. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike given to him. Didn't have to be, but that was 95 there, Will.
Closest Luke Combs gets to us is MetLife Stadium.
Fantastic. I saw him, I believe it was Mohegan. It's a fastball swing and a miss.
That was not. 91. That was before he blew up. If he was at Mohegan.
Well, no, it was. No, he was big. It was before. It's a great concert. It was that last winter. Or Foxwoods, one of the two. A blend in. Foul back from Gasper at 95 from Leclerc, so the velocity is up there.
Out where the wild things are.
It was a great concert. Lainey Wilson.
Oh.
That was before she blew up.
Which I don't understand.
She opened up for him. Fantastic concert.
Yellowstone helps, I guess.
This is a 3-2. Slider and dirt. Gasper lays off. He's batting 1,000. And now he draws a walk.
I mean, his on base is 1,000 too.
Got to fix that batting average on the board. Would not be happy. Wilyer Abreu steps up here now with 2 outs, top of the ninth. Sox leading this one 4-1. A few more outs to go before we wrap up spring training and head out to Seattle. Here's Leclerc's first pitch. Swung and fouled back. Again, 95. Bruce Bochy talking about velocity. He's got to be happy with that. You got some answers out there now. Yates struggled a little bit last night. Dave Robertson looked really good. Got some arms out there in the back end now. Here's the 0-1. Go back to a cutter. That's a good pitch, 89. Leclerc's ahead of Abreu, 0-2. So Rangers got Diego Castillo up. We do not need another meaningless pitching change in the middle of the inning from Boch.
No, we don't.
Here's the 0-2. Change up down the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Gasper stays at first.
Problem is that's now 18 pitches. So
probably the last hitter.
I don't ever want to wish Wilyer Abreu to make an out, but use him here, not in the regular season.
I'm sure Boch knows this is his last hitter. He just want to get that count up to 25, 26, 27. But to throw his 19th pitch of the inning right here to Abreu, 1-2 count. Here it is. Swing and a miss on a good power changeup from Leclerc. Here we go. We head to the bottom of the ninth. We're about to wrap up spring training out here in Arlington, Texas. The Red Sox leading this one 4-1. You listen to Red Sox baseball on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
They are among the greatest to ever play their sports.
Caitlin Clark is the all-time scoring leader.
They are legends and icons.
Larry Bird hit the shot with 2 seconds left. I don't know how he did it.
And you can hear them right now on the all-new Sirius XM app.
We are here with Iowa superstar Caitlin Clark.
I'm so focused on winning. It's never anything I ever take for granted.
Here comes Larry Bird, the Hall of Famer, and you just won Legend of the Year.
Legend of the Year, isn't that something? For access to the game's greats, rely on the leader in sports audio, Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
My wife and I we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
AGE.
Get on the pitcher's mound with CJ Nitkowski, Mike Stanton, and Brad Lidge on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and on your phone with the Sirius XM app.
You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on Sirius XM. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
On to face Wyatt Langford as we go into the bottom of the ninth. 4-1 Red Sox. Sugart misses low, ball one. This is his 7th appearance. It has not gone great for him in spring training. The ERA of 4.91. He strikes out a lot of guys, but he walks a lot as well. AAA last year, 40 appearances, an 8.22 ERA. It was a big swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
12th round selection 2018 out of the University of Texas.
So he's feeling it down here.
Fastball 93, 95.
The pitch is right there, is strike, and it's 1-2.
Good little slider there. Kind of looks a little cutterish at times, but getting ahead of Langford. This kid's going to be impressive. It's going to be a fun year following him.
1-2 is a little bit outside. 2-2. Steve Sarkisian has awakened the giant in Austin. Speaking of, the pitch is strike 3 called on the outside corner. Sugart retires Langford. There's one away. UT was so close to the college football championship final. We saw Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines triumphant after they mauled Alabama. They Washington in the title. 4-1 the score here with one down. Blaine Krim is the name of the hitter here. And, Sark with Cooper Manning's son Arch waiting in the wings. Quinn Ewers back at the helm as their quarterback. They got it going again for Chase Sugart's alma mater. 1-1. Sox lead the Rangers 4-1. 2 outs away from the regular season. The pitch, strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2.
It's 96-97 with Sink. Nice little cutter. You mentioned just kind of keep that within the zone. 46 innings last year in Worcester, 62 hits, 24 walks, too many base runners.
Not even close to good enough. The 1-2 is outside. You don't know this, Lou, but I had $500,000 on Washington in that game, and in about 6 months you'll find out that I initiated a wire transfer, signed your name. 2-2. That misses outside, and it's 3-2. We actually watched the game together.
Yeah, I had watched the game together because we're that close, and I never realized you had that much cash on you.
Not only that much, but that much of your money. 3-2. That's outside. That's been the issue. Sugar knows it. And it's ball 4 to Blaine Krim and a 1-out wash. So Shohei Ohtani spoke yesterday, and he was very sincere, and benefit of the doubt certainly owed, and there's no reason to believe he's doing anything other than telling the truth, except that they're just parts of the story that do not add up. 4-1 Red Sox with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Pitch. As if Rob Manfred needs another crisis on his hands as that pitch misses down and in, ball 1.
Well, I appreciate the statement, but I would rather have it just kind of looked into and investigated. It's just the stories have changed too much in the first 24 hours.
Well, was outside.
And the translator Ipe coming out and saying that Ohtani was aware of it and wired a couple transfers for $500,000 to pay off the final debt. A few hours later, Ohtani's camp came out and said Ohtani did not do that. He was not aware of it. It was a massive theft. And it was just, well, which is it?
Here's a pitch that is a strike on the outside corner.
It was actually a crisis communication. They had hired this crisis communication people to kind of handle it. They were the ones, after looking into it, came out and said that Ohtani had signed the waivers.
Here's a pitch that misses outside.
Shortly after came out and said no. All we did was interview Ipe, So we were taking his word for it as it turned out he had lied. But if you're a crisis management communication company group, I think you're a little more thorough than that and talk to all parties before you release a statement.
No kidding. 3-1. It is going to all unfold here for the next couple months. Pitch to Kisner is a strike in the outside corner as we speak. Dave Sims, our good buddy, the TV voice of the Seattle Mariners, starting to send us some very intriguing golf options in Seattle.
Ooh, I always like Dave Sims.
Including Chambers Bay.
Stop it. Do I have enough clothes to golf?
Well, it's going to be raining tomorrow, and that's one of the windows we've been offered. So you might be in the pro shop spending $500 on rain gear. 3-2 the pitch, and is on the ground to the left side. This could end the game. Throw to second for one is bobbled over there by Westbrook. They do get the out at second, and there are 2 down in the 9th.
Well, we'll just see what happens when we wake up in the morning. You know, you were joking about the whole gambling thing. Ohtani's interpreter apparently so close. They're like brothers. They've known each other for a long, long time, going back to Ohtani's days in Japan. They're that tight. To the point where they're hanging out, watching games, spending off seasons together.
Is this a challenge or a review? It's the old, did he hold the ball long enough on the transfer?
Yeah, it's a transfer call. They're going to challenge this thing. And again, we saw a couple of these last night.
Honestly, if this is initiated by Bruce Bochy, come on. There are 2 outs in the 9th inning of the final spring game. Bruce is one of our favorite people in the entire game. And again, they tested the communication, the systems last year. You can't be serious.
Oh, wow. See the transfer here. Alvarez does a nice job getting it over.
You know, they used to be this was both the neighborhood and that. You did not really need to catch the ball. They were going to call it out no matter what. Now it's
the problem is the only angle we saw was from first base. The angle you really need is from center field to kind of see where that ball is in Westbrook's glove if it ever was kind of settled. If you caught it on the transfer, you need the center field camera to see it, given the way he caught this baseball with his glove.
Stop taking the challenge too seriously. So first of all, this time of spring, sort of ridiculous we're doing this, but I feel this way about the play where the base runner is safe initially, slides over the bag, and at 1 millisecond his body is not in contact with the base and the glove is still on, and we've thankfully confirmed that call, and they're 2 down.
I hate the pop-up slide. Very similar.
Yep.
You slide into second base, and it's a pop-up slide. And you slide in, you're clearly safe. They keep the tag on you. And in the replay, your toe just barely on the pop-up slide came off the bag, and they rule you out.
Bruce Bochy is one of the great tacticians in the history of the sport. And he has used strategy and managerial genius to his benefit as strike is on the outside corner.
But we didn't need that.
2 outs in the 9th inning.
We didn't need that.
Jankowski takes strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss by Jankowski. One more time, we want to remind you to make Easter extra special this year at Shaw's and Star Market. Fresh savings on whole pineapple, fresh asparagus, and more. And in the meat department, spiral ham is on sale. Easter bunny cakes for dessert. Tulips for decoration. 0-2 is on the ground to the left side. Dahlbeck has it to go the long way to first. And it is in time. Wait a minute. Catcher's interference on Mark Kolsvari. This is the game that never ends.
We should review that.
Let's do it. As it is, the game will continue. That was blatant. I mean, that ripped the glove off Kolsvari's hand. By the way, Shaw's and Star Market is perfecting the art of fresh. We are perfecting the art of extending the game.
Yeah, to my point on the whole Ime and Ohtani thing, they're that close. If you and I, close friends, watching a game, and Ipe admitted he was betting more and more because he was in a hole, so the bets were getting bigger. If I had $1 million on the Patriots given 3.5, and I watched it with you, How in God's name would you not know it?
I would.
Of course you would. Right? I'd be throwing things against the wall. Nothing would be safe, including you, in that room.
To me, the number one problem with the whole thing is that apparently Major League Baseball knew about this. Shohei's name was tied to the lawyer and the lawsuit and the investigation Monday. Thursday, they announce it. And in that time, never once did Shohei Ohtani hear about it. And the statement was wrong and changed in 12 hours.
It's
Justin Foscue, the hitter, and he takes inside ball one.
Listen, they'll look into it, and I want Shohei. I want to watch him play for many, many years. It's just a lot of it's just changing too much. Personally, it's hard to believe for me.
That was a strike on the outside corner.
They'll look into it, do the due diligence, and hopefully straighten it out here soon enough.
One and one. Two down. In the bottom of the ninth, Red Sox leading 4-1. Pitch. A little bit low. The ninth inning has been a little bit cursed in spring games in this ballpark. We had 2 reviews last night. Here, 1 review, a catcher's interference. Two and one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foscue down to his last strike, although we're not holding our breath.
That was a good pitch, too, from Sugar. I like that breaking ball. It's hard, 82, hard breaking ball. Hard curveball, a little, not exactly 12-6, but
2-2. Drive into left field. This ball hit well, but it will hold up. Pablo Reyes is out there, and spring training comes to a close with a 4-1 Red Sox win. It couldn't have gone much better here in Texas. Today it was Richard Fitz and the bullpen. Red Sox sweep this little 2-game set, and they head into the regular year with some good feelings.
Well, let's get this thing over with. What do you think, Will? Spring training in the books?
Adios.
Overall, I think a good spring training for this club, but I think everyone's ready to get this going here on Thursday.
They are indeed. We'll have some final thoughts, set the scene for Brian Bayo's first opening day start when we return to Texas after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Make Easter extra special this year with Shaw's and Star Market. Get fresh savings on whole pineapple, fresh asparagus, and more. And in the meat department, Spiral Ham on sale. And don't forget Easter bunny cakes for dessert, fresh tulips for decoration. Happy Easter from Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
In Connecticut, visit F&W Equipment in Orange, MB Tractor and Equipment in South Windsor, or R&S Rentals and Sales in Torrington.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
On to the regular season. The Red Sox beat the Rangers here 4-1. For whatever it's worth, they look great in these 2 games. They take both from the Rangers, and well, now in, let's see, it is 2 o'clock West Coast. 24 plus 15 hours, about 36 hours from the beginning of the regular season. The Red Sox will have Brian Bayo making his first opening day start. And, Lou, look, there is plenty of reason to wonder what the regular season will look like for the Red Sox. They probably could use a little more depth in the starting rotation. But for the guys they have and the people who are here in camp, the people that will go to Seattle, I mean, it really, in a lot of ways, other than the injury to Giolito, which, of course, is a huge issue. But other than that, everything went as good as it possibly could have.
Yeah, what the injury to Giolito really did was it put Winkowski in the bullpen rather than maybe AAA, rotation. Maybe kept the guy from Whitlock or Houck being in that bullpen. So what you lost really was depth, and you take that out of it, and this was a really good camp. Pitching-wise, offensively, I thought defensively, pretty clean camp. Base running, there were some things you still want to clean up. But overall, I think your objective was to come into camp, and I think you liked what you saw with what you have.
There's no doubt about that. Richard Fitz could be a factor this year, Lou. The stuff was really impressive.
Yeah, again, this started depth, and this is a guy that's going to start in AAA, and I thought today he looked really good. I saw him in that prospects game. I thought he looked good in that one as well. So he's a guy where the stuff continues to improve that changeup. I saw the cutter and the slider, which I liked. But all pitches can be a little inconsistent, so now you're down, and that's what the minor leagues are for. You go down there, you make each of them a little bit more consistent, then you prove you're ready to pitch in this league.
Starters got a couple of at-bats today, and look, you don't want to make too much of anything, but Rafi, it's a spring training where he makes the hand adjustment, and for him, a year where he was up and down, and fought himself and didn't walk enough, struck out too much, probably tried to do too much. His ceiling, limitless. His floor feels like it's 30 homers and 100 driven in. He rips one out of this ballpark here today. And I don't know, Lou, this is his year, age 27 season, entering his prime. We could be starting to see a guy who is very much a factor in the MVP race in the American League.
Well, we saw a guy last year that, won Silver Slugger, and you just sort of felt like there was more there. And he still put up 30 and 100. So I like what we're seeing in camp. I think it's tangible. I think there's a reason for it. I think the moving of the hands, you can catch up the fastballs. He sees better pitches, better swing decisions. Maybe not as aggressive and chasing out of the zone early in counts. A lot of really good things offensively from not just him, but Trevor Story, again, talking about how big he is. He had a great camp and looks extremely comfortable for probably the first time as a member of this team.
Whitlock yesterday, Fitz today. And now, lastly, Lou, I mean, we're going to talk a lot about this in Seattle on Thursday night. I would think you talked about the guys who get taken out of the game, right? Like when Story comes out, when O'Neill and Devers, they exhale, they walk into the clubhouse, and they say, all right, it's time to focus and go. I'm fascinated right now what's going on in Brian Bayo's mind, because this is a new thing for him. He is the opening day starter for the Boston Red Sox. He gets to take the baseball in Seattle night one. Don't you think literally right now he's starting to think about, I got to prepare myself mentally for, in some ways other than my debut, what's the biggest night of my life?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, listen, I think it could start right now. I think it's more of kind of enjoy today, everybody. The camp is over. A successful camp. Let's get in that plane. You got to dine off to get workout tomorrow. And then I think it really starts settling in tomorrow. When he's at the park, maybe there's some discussions about this lineup. Maybe he's looking at some stuff on the plane tonight. I don't know. But I think it really starts to settle in that he's going to be the opening day starter with that contract. We talked about putting a lot in his plate, but Cora did it. Cora named him. He's the best pitcher he's got, so he gets opening day. No doubt it starts tomorrow.
Lastly, Alex Cora has leaned on this all spring training, and we saw it again today. We've seen it throughout camp. Speed and defense. Those two things are really part of this Red Sox team. Cedar Rafaela made a breathtakingly awesome catch in center field today. They take the extra 90, Lou. They steal bases That part of it, I think, is going to be a really fun thing to watch for this team.
Yeah, I think Cora's excited about the athleticism and the depth and speed. We were talking before, there's only 2 or 3 guys you're going to need to maybe pinch run for if you need to. So there's speed, there's athleticism everywhere. There's the possibilities in the outfield, different combinations. You got 4 guys you feel real good about, not just defensively, but offensively. So, yeah, there's a lot of options. I think Corey, listen to him. He sounds really excited about this club and some of the bullpen depth arms you might have down in AAA as well. So, different look. Got to be better defensively. We all know that. And I would say in camp right now, especially in the outfield, especially at shortstop, and Tristan Casas looks a lot better at first base, too. I think you're going to start seeing some better defensive plays.
So 10-10 on Thursday night on the East Coast. We get it going. Brian Bayo and Luis Castillo. Red Sox and the Seattle Mariners. Thanks so much to Stan Bruno back in the studios at WEI. Bill Geyer is always awesome here in the booth in Texas. Before we go, Lou, you just watched all of spring training. Playoffs or not for the Boston Red Sox. What do you think?
I mean, it's so hard. My only concern is that there's no question there's going to be some injuries. Will they have enough depth in that rotation to stay away from multiple openers going through? If you tell me that they are healthy, then yes, the starting rotation stays healthy and performs at an adequate level, then yeah, they're in the playoff mix and they can get one of these wild card spots, because I think the rest of the roster is better than what we saw last year.
No doubt. There's more speed, there's more defense, there's more youth, there's more bullpen depth. And
more depth.
Excellence. It's a really, really important step forward. So it's been fun talking to you in the exhibition season, and we are really excited to join you on Thursday at 10:10. Pre-game show begins at 9:10. We will talk to you from Seattle. For Lou Merlone, Will Fleming saying so long from Texas. Talk to you Thursday on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to Red Sox Spring Training on the WEI Shaw's Star Market Red Sox Network. This has been a presentation of Odyssey Sports. For even more coverage of your team, download the free Odyssey app and listen to your favorite stations, shows, and podcasts. Every spring, baseball starts anew.
Here comes the first pitch. It is in for a strike, and away we go.
The backfield's buzzing with young players learning how to be professionals. Fans slowly filing into the stadiums in Arizona and Florida to watch the superstars they know and love begin fresh to live out the dream of another Major League season.
Leo swings, corks it on a line. This game is now tied.
At the end of the year, there may be only one winner.
The Rangers have won the World Series.
But there will be countless stories told.
That's 70. Number 70 right there, folks.
Legends writing their way into the history books and new stars being born.
Oh, this is beautiful.
This is where it all begins each year, though. This is where the stories begin to be written. Spring training. Talk about it now on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89.
Let's go. Let's go. Elite defender in center field. I'm just curious how you guys, bringing Bellinger back. Is the plan right now tentatively that Bellinger's in center, Michael Busch is at first, and then third base is shared? Or how do you guys view that? And when Pete is Major League ready, does Bellinger then on the plan move to first base? Like, how do you guys kind of view that short and long term?
Yeah, I don't think we've figured all that out yet, and a lot of that is going to be up to Counts as camp moves along here. I don't think you can have too many good players, right? So bringing Cody back, I mean, that was a big and exciting move for the club. He meant so much to us last year, both on and off the field. He can play all over the place, and obviously Pete's a great defender as well. So, having those two talented guys in the organization, you really can't go wrong, and I'm sure Counts will definitely figure that out.
You mentioned a bit ago one of my favorite players to watch in your system, Owen Casey, the left-handed hitting outfielder from Burlington, Ontario, Canada. Last year, his age 20 season, he put up a .918 OPS in Double-A. And Jared, you think about him and maybe what is next for his developmental trajectory. As you alluded to, he's already played really well in spring training games. What's next for him? What are the main benchmarks that you're looking for him to hit here in 2024?
Well, his power is prodigious. So when he makes contact, he does a ton of damage. So like anyone with that kind of power, right, we just want him to make as much contact as possible. So he's simplified some things in terms of his approach, and it's paying dividends right now. He's making a lot of contact in camp and doing a lot of damage.
Was he the guy in the Darvish trade? How did you guys get him?
Yes, we got him back in the Darvish trade. Yep.
So does he have a chance to be the best player that you got in that trade?
He certainly has a chance. He has a chance to be one of our best players, period. So we're excited about him, and he's doing really well in camp right now, and I can't wait for the season to start.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM Major League Baseball schedule for Tuesday, March the 26th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. We have 5 games on the schedule for Tuesday, 2:05 p.m. Texas Rangers take on the Boston Red Sox. Rangers feed on Internet 867. Red Sox feed on Internet 843. 3:10 p.m. Colorado Rockies take on the Milwaukee Brewers, with the Colorado Rockies feed on Internet 848. 4:10 p.m. San Diego Padres take on the Seattle Mariners, with the Seattle Mariners feed on Internet 864. 8:05 p.m. San Francisco Giants take on the Oakland A's. Giants feed on Internet 863. A's feed on Internet 859. And at 9:07 p.m., LA Angels take on the LA Dodgers. The LA Dodgers feed is on SiriusXM channels 89, Internet 853. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM Major League Baseball schedule for Tuesday, March the 26th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Baseball spring training often means different things to different players, and that usually depends on what position the player occupies. Mostly, the discussion centers on the length of spring training, and on the Power Alley on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM Channel 89, former first baseman Justin Morneau, who's now a member of the Minnesota Twins broadcast crew, discusses that with host Jensen Lewis, a former pitcher.
As we get into kind of the Groundhog Day portion of camp, because I think you probably would agree, you get through the first couple of weeks, we get into those first week of games, like, all right, good to go, and then let's just start this thing up. Is that kind of where you were in camp about 3-4 weeks in, like, let's rock and roll, let's get it moving?
Yeah, especially the hitter's perspective. We all know that spring training's for the pitchers. We're reminded of that all the time. Those high-maintenance pitchers, you sit there and you go, all right, I got my 22 at-bats. I'm good to go. Let's get this thing started. And they're going, well, our starters are only throwing 3 innings at this point. I don't know what they were doing all winter, but for the reality of it is you sit there and you go, all right, I did all my work on my swing in the off season. I feel great coming in. I take BP. I go hit on the field, watch the ball fly. Then you face your live BP. And for me, the panic hit immediately. All of a sudden you go, oh man, I can't see the ball anymore. I lost all my timing. I got nothing. Yeah. I got no chance of hitting. And then the timing starts to come after 2 or 3 of those live BPs. And then all of a sudden you start to get that rhythm and you start to get the feeling. And for me, the most nervous at-bat I had the entire year, didn't matter if it was Mariano in the 9th inning at Yankee Stadium. It didn't matter what at-bat it was. The first at-bat of spring training, I could feel my legs. It felt like they were shaking in the batter's box. I was more nervous for that at-bat than I was. Even my Major League debut, I was more nervous for my first at-bat every spring. And then it would go, and then all of a sudden you get that out of the way, and you go, okay, it's still baseball. I can still hit. I still have my timing. This is going to be all right. And then a couple of weeks into it, you start playing, every day, and you go, okay, let's get this thing started. I don't want to waste any more hits down here in Fort Myers, Florida. That's for sure.
Well, it take me back to 2006, because at the end of that year, that's when you won your MVP award over Derek Jeter and Big Papi. Was that spring training? Like, what was different about that year? Because that kind of set you up for a pretty awesome 4 or 5 year run there. I think 4 consecutive All-Star appearances starting in 2007. And then obviously the MVP in 2006. Take us back to that year. Like, what was different for you as you got going in camp, and then obviously throughout a sensational season?
Well, I think my first 2 years were half years. 03, I got somewhere around 100 at-bats. It was